My God. Who you got watching this podcast? Oh, my God. Who told you about me?
Ladies and gents, we're back. Got another good episode coming for you guys tonight.
Lou.
Yep.
I know I've said this before.
Dang, that's early.
But I really mean I need to go ahead and get it out the way.
Oh, my God.
But I really mean it this time. I think this is going to be the best episode.
Of all time?
I mean it this time.
Is this going to be the GOATs of episode?
I mean it. I know.
Putting this pressure on me.
I know I said it before, but I really mean it this time.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. We got the beautiful Professor Mel Will in the building. We got my good brother J Ell Groove.
Tis I.
I am Lucius, by the way of Lou Paul Beats, Lucius White, and we got a good brother here tonight.
Yeah, man.
We got my good brother Nick Moore in the building.
Y'all make some noise for Nick Moore one time.
Yep.
Welcome. Appreciate it.
How you doing, man?
I don't know. That's a loaded question. I'm doing well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing very well.
Cool.
It's better than not doing well, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be breathless.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But you know, I don't want to sound like a preacher.
No, you.
Be you. We want the authentic.
No breath in my lungs. You know, I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited to be
but
here.
the Lord
and,
made old death behave.
Yes.
You
I got my towel, so you know I'm ready.
You are a liar.
Those tongues had no power.
None.
Man, whatever.
We gotta get you some power now.
Just
We can get you some power.
Get some power.
Half the tongues y'all be listening to don't be having no power.
Now listen,
Loose him.
he ain't lying.
He ain't lying about it.
He ain't lying. So, but you know, that's none of our business. You know, Kiara Shear said we want to live quiet lives.
Is that what she said?
Listen.
Oh, okay.
No.
She said that.
I love you, Kiara, for that.
Funny.
We want to
She
live
said
quiet lives,
Yeah.
meaning we mind our own business.
That's what we do.
However, when it does come across our desk, you know, like, listen, you invaded my space with your foolishness.
With this foolishness. That's a word in
So
itself.
I gotta take care of that. I
Right.
mean, I don't like foolishness, you know.
I feel that.
I don't like wasting my time. Anytime I come out of my house, and I may sound like a Devo, I don't care. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm 42 years old, no Botox, and I'm good.
Right.
But
You look good, man.
Yeah, I just want y'all
Crack
to
don't
know
black.
when
You
I
look
do these
good.
close-ups on
Crack
him
don't
with
black.
his camera, he has smooth skin for
thank
real.
you.
Nah, he looks very good. Nice looking young man.
Appreciate it. No jokes.
Nice looking young man.
Nah,
He been
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Me and my brother are jokers.
Yeah.
Beyond so.
Absolutely.
It's all gravy, baby. Well, so let's start from these beginnings.
Oh, Lord.
Let's start with Genesis. So you're a singer, designer. So let's start with singer first. How did you come into this music world?
Oh my gosh. So I've been singing since I was literally 2 years old,
Okay.
and I was reading music at the age of 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
My dad, Terry W. Moore, may he rest in peace, one of the most profound musicians ever, and not just because he was my dad, but because he was. He was very proficient for as learning music, loving music, and adapting music to your life.
Okay.
And then, you know, school, whatever, you know, there's always a song. You know, in the saints always say, "Oh, there's a song in my heart." I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I always say, you know, I always tease people because my mom gets so jovial with me whenever she'll say something. I'm like, "Well, there's a song about that," and I'll start singing it. and we'll be grocery shopping because I hate grocery shopping. I just
Yeah.
start singing real loud. She's like, "Why are you doing that? And why are you saying that?" I'm like, there's just a song in my heart. I want to give God a worship.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's just all about, he always made us aware.
I sing because I'm happy.
Yeah, that too, but but it's just the fact of, he made us aware of singing is a privilege. It's an honor and a privilege.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can do it and read music and things of that nature and add to it, it's even better.
Okay.
So I cherish the time that my father was on this earth, and his rehearsals, his workshops, and I'm going all over the place, but
You good.
that's what I started doing, and I love rehearsal. Rehearsal that was my first experience with music.
Okay.
From knowledge about it. So and just being able to do that and come into it and like, soprano, alto, tenor. I'm 2 years old. What do I know about soprano, alto, tenor? And so breaking those harmonies together, it's like, I want to do that too, you know? So I'm seeing it, and then my mom, of course, sings as well, so I had no choice.
Okay, so strong musical family, pretty much.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So I'm pretty sure you was probably aggravated if there was something going on with no rehearsal involved.
Meaning what?
Meaning if somebody was trying to get you to do an event or something, and it's probably not going to sound good if there was no rehearsal.
Well,
or depending
I go through that now.
or depending on who it
He
is.
said I go through that
I mean, my thing is, and I'm not a I'm saying I'm not a perfectionist, but I like things to be done orderly.
Right.
I mean, anybody that's in musicianship or in music or whatever, you want things done orderly. When you play your keys, you get everything together, you get your band together, you want everything to be done decently and in order.
Absolutely.
Even the word says it so. But but it's just the fact of when there's not when someone's teaching a part or teaching a note, and it's like, that ain't right. That it makes my toe itch.
When you're the background and you're like,
and I'm
the
always the
teacher is not
background.
teaching it
I
right.
have no problems, and I'm glad this is out, so now I can really say what I want to say.
Talk about it.
I have no problems being background. I love doing the background. You know, some people in this world of music in this city think that I'm this person, I just have to be out front, and that is so not true. That's not even evident of my life, period. But when you're not doing it right, I'm gonna look at you crazy.
Right.
That is what it is. You know, praise and worship concert. I was raised up on the era of Matty Moss Clark.
You got stuff
So
thrown at you,
my dad
throwing books and stuff.
was an assistant with her when she would do her workshops. He was her right-hand man at the time, So that discipline, that's the word I'm looking for. The discipline is always going to be in me. I mean, to this day. So now when I go places or whatever, I'm bored. I'm just being honest with you. And, coming back to Dallas, and I'm probably jumping the gun, but
You good.
coming back to Dallas, music was so different.
Yeah.
We left in the 80s. I want to say about 86, 87.
When you say you live, where did you
We
live?
went to South Carolina.
Okay.
We went a whole nother, Church of God in Christ situation there. But my dad got a job there and being the minister of music, and literally was the minister of music. And it was a whole nother culture.
Yeah.
The culture there was so great. I have so many great memories of music and growing up there with youth choir and, going, traveling, things of that nature, that when I got back to Dallas, it was like a halt. And it was just basically like you have to be, I don't know, personified. And gospel music was so, it was a little lax, but it was just like, I'm a church boy. I'm a fashion boy, but I'm a church boy too. So, you see things that's like, this ain't cute.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I guess especially when you grow up, when you grow up and your first impression of something is greatness.
Yes.
You have an expectation. It's like, okay, this is the bar. This is where it's supposed to be. And it's like you go, like you said, leave, come back. And then when you see it, and it's like your bar is up here, but you see it. And then another thing that kills me about a lot of it is people will praise mediocrity.
Yeah.
People
He just cussed.
people
Listen.
people will look at it, oh bro, you don't, oh bro, you word, bro, like that, like that's killing me.
Yeah.
Listen, I
Ooh, boy.
feel like,
You just unpacked something, brother.
I mean, literally, he
let's talk
impacted
about
so
it.
much trauma for me since the 90s, okay? Like, it just unleashed me on the wood floor right now. The mediocrity
Kill and not kill
is
yourself.
so, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming. And, you know, and I like I said, I'm not going to say, I'm a confident person. I've always been. I'm not scared of nobody because I can fight. So it ain't that. But it's just the fact of it is, I close my mouth to a lot because I've seen people who even have on record labels the mediocrity. It's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it's far beyond.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not the best, but Jesus, this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That right there, really? Okay, well, hey, you know. And then my thing is, and I even suffered, and I won't say suffered, but I even had a come to Jesus moment where I just became so recluse because of the mediocrity. Like, is that what the deal is? Because if that's what it is, I don't want no part of it.
I don't need none of that rubbing.
I
off
don't
on me.
need it. You know, people talking about being on the scene and all of that stuff never really cared to me. I mean, I was involved with it, but it just really wasn't nothing that was just
Yeah.
okay, because it wasn't all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't all what it was cracked up to be, because you know, you have people who are being so grand, you know, and people think I'm grand. I'm fabulous. I don't care. You know, I'm gonna be me regardless, in the dark or in the light.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact of it is, people making things mediocrity okay.
Yeah.
And that was just not okay.
And that's not okay.
No,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
not. Period.
That's not
So.
okay. And then I think sometimes you know, with whatever type of art that you dabble in, you might get to a point to where you become a little bit stagnant, and that's why. But I appreciate those people who, if some do say that they're mediocre or whatever, I appreciate the ones who are still willing to learn.
Of course.
I'll take a not so great person if they're willing to learn and get better, because all they're going to do is they're going to continue to listen, get better, and then next thing you know, they're going to surpass that person. You know.
And that right there is what I'm referring to as the trauma.
Okay.
Because as a young old person, I would say, me,
Okay.
you know,
The way he put that.
I've been around the block and all and all that, and I've seen the people that were the gatekeepers of the music industry. I've seen the people who are, you know, trying to infiltrate the music industry with the gatekeepers, and I've seen the, excuse my expression, kiss asses.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You fine.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hey,
You're fine.
find me if you want. Listen, yeah, I'm a phone call away.
Right.
But my thing is, it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the God honest truth. I don't care as far as like, people have this mindset of this person, and there's nothing wrong with praising them, but no grown man or grown woman should be kissing no other grown man's tail. That's
Absolutely.
broke.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and it's not a thing about, you know, how much money you got. It's not that. But my thing is, if you're going to be a gatekeeper, you have to have all aspects of that avenue.
The entire gate.
The whole gate.
Yeah.
The gate is actually the closure of the house. So if you ain't got that house together, how the heck you gonna be a gatekeeper?
That's good.
You know, and you're being
good.
a gatekeeper because, and let's just be real, let's call a spade a spade. You're being a gatekeeper because you're afraid of those who are coming behind you to do better than you,
Wow.
which is horrible thinking.
Absolutely.
I've always been a person, even in fashion, you know, I always say this, and I said this, I didn't finish school, So if you're wondering about that, get that out your checklist. I didn't finish school because I always felt like I was more knowledgeable than what it was. And I know that sounds like a cop-out, but I hate school. I'm just being honest.
It doesn't. And I'm gonna tell you why I understand where you're coming from, because I was in school for a little bit, but for me it was like when I decided to go back to the school after coming out of the military. When I decided to go back to school, I was gigging full time. So I'm in class. I'm this older cat, first of all, in class, and I'm even gigging more than my professor.
Exactly.
So it's like, I appreciate the knowledge, but it's not that much you can tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not that.
It's only so much you can tell me.
Yeah.
Because my thing is with this, knowledge is, like I was telling her earlier, infinite.
Infinite. Yeah.
So my thing is, you're going to box your knowledge. You're only going to give me this to grade a paper.
Right.
I remember the first day of school after high school, they said quiz. I exited out so fast because I have anxiety with tests. I have cold sweats, and I need a cold drink after I take a quiz, especially on them Scantron things we used to do back in the day.
A, B, C, D. Yeah.
Right. And then you can't get it dirty. Right. And I'm over here sweating up a storm. So I'm already disqualified.
Right.
So my thing was, I'm a person, I'm a knowledge seeker. I wake up every morning around about 4:30-ish, and I'm always looking on what is to be. I've always been a person to be that way. I've always been the person to, see things more than meets the eye.
Right.
I never want to accept things for what it is. Like, you see this television, like, okay, what's beyond this television? What's behind it? What made it that?
Right.
Those questions are the ones I want to know, because it's like, it may not mean anything to you, but it means a lot to me that I go forward with that information. So school was like, I can read about this.
Right.
But I need to learn how to cut fabric and put some money in my pocket.
Right.
Because I'm self-taught, and I don't want to get to fashion, but
you good.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that person to be just sitting up collecting debt for information.
Right.
And that's basically how I took it as. I wasn't trying to be this rebel out of cause. Like, I just want to go to school. So of course I had to get a job, and that's what I did.
I got you. So let's fast forward then, since we're here. So of course you grow up singing, stuff like that. What got you into the fashion part of
you
it?
going too fast.
Oh, we too fast?
Let's come back a little bit.
We got to come back some more?
Let's come back some more.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Singing.
I love it.
Singing was... Okay, this is the most vulnerable I've ever been with when it comes to this, because
talk about it.
Nobody has gotten to this point with me. Singing was basically something that I did because my parents did it.
Okay.
They did it because I was born into it. And it was like a thing of, it's like the family business. You carry the family name. My daddy always would say, when you go sing, you go do concert choir, don't embarrass the family name.
Right.
You better make sure that all your R's are R's and T's are T's, and dot everything, and make sure there's a period. If you do a run, if you do a riff, do not do it messy. Make sure it's right.
Oh, no. Detail, boy.
So,
That's detail
I mean,
too.
I love it.
That's just the way
it.
we were. And it wasn't a thing of we trying to impress anybody. That's just me.
Yeah.
When I'm in my car recording it on because I do that too. I'm sure y'all probably have that moment too.
Yeah.
I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, and I can hear my daddy now, why are you yelling above your voice? And it's just the thing of like, okay, well, I'm doing this because we're going to go to church Sunday and sing, So it's just like, this is an element. Do I love this? Am I passionate about it? Is this something that I would love to do? And then I'm not as passionate as I see my friend is, or my sister, or my brother,
Right.
And I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not feeling it like this? They're crying and I'm just singing the note. They sing A flat going in. I'm like, I'm going in, but I'm like, not on A flat. But it's just the fact of, I do it because I know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Like I felt like I couldn't say that out loud.
Wow.
I did it because I knew how to do it. I know how to sing. I know when to do a riff. I know when to do a run. I know this. I know that. But it's just like, is it my passion?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it something that I just glow to?
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I'm just being honest.
You just
not
knew
wrong
how.
I could do it at the
Yeah.
drop of a finger. I could do it.
Yeah.
And it was just a thing of where I felt like, is this something I actually like to do? You know, I hear singers and I hear music, you know, and I love music. Music is always in my life, period.
Right.
You know, and it's not a thing of that I'm portraying music, because that's what I felt like when my dad died. I was just like, well, what am I going to do now? You know, he was very strict about us singing like with community choirs and things like that, and you know, he was all just make sure it's ministry.
Yeah.
You know, make sure it's meaningful. What does it mean to you? Is it pleasing God? Is it, you know, things of that nature? And of course, you know, we get young, we get rambunctious, we want to do this and want to do that. And there are things I wanted to do musically, but it's like I had obstacles. You know, my mom and my dad, unfortunately, they had got separated before he passed. And so there are a lot of opportunities that I did miss musically, where I had friends that were able to go into it and, you know, even pursue a small career or whatever. I'm like, oh, I can do that. You know? And back to the mediocrity, I'm like, she can't even sing. And here I can hear a high C naturally, and
Yeah.
why can't I do that?
Yeah.
You know, and I was in a, you know, talent shows and things like that. I've never been a competitive person. I've never been a person to compare my gift to my brother or my friend or anything like that, because I felt like everybody has room to be an artist.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody has room to grow. Everybody has room to share. And I love it. I mean, that's why I say I like background vocals, because I love harmony. I love vocal. I love putting things together. I write music.
We always say that it's like, even with kind of background, it's an art in itself.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is definitely an art in itself, you know. And that's some of the things actually I do miss about music, my music life. I had a group that was successful in the mind vocally.
Okay.
It was called Expressions.
Expressions.
One of my good girlfriends, my sister, Kamika Walker, we were at Greater Harvest, Church of God in Christ. That's church I actually grew up in.
Okay.
And so, yeah, a little
Yeah,
history.
shout out.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Is that
Bishop Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Bishop Smith.
Okay.
Not the new man. Sorry. But anyway, he knows.
Right.
Listen, like I said, I ain't scared of nobody.
Hey, we
No,
good.
be real.
So,
We
you know,
good
all
over
they
here.
can do is clap back. That's it. And I can clap back. Right. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
to God be the glory.
We love it. We love it.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay.
This ain't supposed to be going like
Right.
this.
It's okay.
But anyway,
love
so she was actually singing with a group, a wonderful leader. He's actually pastor Patron Thomas. Excellent. He's actually one of the leaders on the God's Property album. He'll Take the Pain Away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Patron Thomas, Pastor Patron Thomas.
Okay.
Shout out to Patron Thomas.
Yeah.
Pastor Thomas, sorry. But they were singing. My friend Kamika, actually all three group members, Shanique Chafin, Kamika Walker, and Braxton Turner, they all sung with them. Wonderful, wonderful group he had at the time. And, you know, I was at the time just, I had been singing with the wonderful Andrews Brothers. I'm
Shout
sure
out to the
everybody knows who they
Yeah.
are.
Shout out to the Andrews brothers,
Shout out
man.
to my uncle.
Shout out to the
Yes.
late wonderful Chris Andrews,
sir.
who was the eldest,
In
Yeah.
heaven.
and my wonderful, now my pastor, Superintendent Eric Andrews.
Yeah.
Eric Andrews,
And
yeah.
I mean, I can't. Well, I guess we can come back to that.
Yeah.
But we had a great run as far as like mentoring me to sing. But even before then, there was this one guy who's actually here in Dallas. I think he's back in Dallas. He's his name is Jeray Nance. I don't know if you know him or not.
No.
But he is a wonderful songster. He has the ability to flip into this wonderful head voice, or I'm sorry, the male is a falsetto, and it sounds natural.
Right.
And he actually helped me cultivate that because I suffered when we moved from South Carolina to Dallas. I always sung first soprano naturally. Even going through puberty and all that foolishness.
Right.
You know, my voice changing, I was able to hit those notes. So, of course, I took pride in that because I was just like, you know, I can sing tenor, but I can sing first soprano. And, you know, when I came here, it was a different climate. I got asthma, and my lungs said, no, you're going to do what we tell you to do.
You know, it's funny you say that because I got a friend she sings overseas a lot, and she says like, and she loves singing like overseas and stuff like that. And whenever she come back home, it's like
it's gone.
The humidity,
it's the whole everything. And I had
weather changes things.
I had that privilege to do that, sing overseas, and that's exactly right. It's like a new world over there.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah, right.
But no, that he was, you know, he really, really cultivated what I say for as my growing up singing.
Okay.
You know, going into my next level of who I am, you know, vocally. And when I met Kamika, Braxton, and Shanique, you know, Kamika was like, well, we want to just do like a worship night. This is when no one was doing worship nights in Dallas. Let's be clear.
Okay.
We did it first.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk
I
about
have to give it up to my friend. No, for real. And I'm not being, you know, sarcastic. I'm not being, you know, people know I don't care.
No, it is what I love it, man.
You know, I mean, and my thing is like, it's not the thing of, I don't want to sound like Little Richard, but I am though. We did it first. Like we were that group. Like the praise and worship group, we were that group. Anybody you could ask in that era will tell you Expressions was that group. It was me singing tenor, bass, or soprano. And then I had Shanique singing soprano, Kamika did alto, and then Braxton usually did the lead. So, and that was a crazy thing. So, people always say, or always think, yeah, I'll be knowing y'all be talking about behind my back too. That I always have to be
in
out,
front,
or you trying to be seen, or you being the leader. No, I'm the type of person to gather people because I like people to be whole. I like things to be, you know, a flow.
You're more of a facilitator.
Exactly. And my thing is, I had Braxton. Braxton came, and people thought Braxton was the leader of the group. And Braxton would tell you, no, I just lead the songs. And then he would facilitate the songs. He would teach the songs. And it was, you know, the group started with me and Kamika. And so, but we didn't have any pride about that. We didn't have any big head or, what's the proper word I'm looking for? Ego. That's it. We didn't have that because we knew who we were. And that's what is wrong a lot in this city. Negroes don't know who the hell they are. And it's no tea, no shade. They fall under this. And I feel sorry for them because they fall under this thing of, well, I got to be liked by this crowd in order to get success or to get this person to like me so I can get gigs. No.
It's not how that works.
It's not. But my thing is this, though. This is where I fall into that because that has never been my MO. You know, I'm friends with a lot of people that are industry. I mean, I have close connections of people. And my thing is that stuff don't matter to me because they not paying me.
Absolutely.
They're not giving me no money.
Absolutely.
You know? Truth be told, I'm owed money by a lot of artists in this city. Okay? Let's be real.
I feel that.
I ain't gonna say no names.
I feel
but I'm owed a lot of money. That's why I decided to take up my cross. If I had my fan, I'd flap it right there. I decided to take up my cross and pull up couture. Because I was sick of it. Man, y'all, I mean, y'all know people in this business are flaky as
Absolutely.
You know? You know,
Absolutely.
and I have so much empathy for people. I have so much sympathy for people. But what I don't like is grandstanding.
Yeah.
If you know you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it ain't a thing. I don't want you to shame yourself because I'm all about dignity.
Right.
It's a difference between dignity and pride.
Right.
I'm all about dignity.
Right.
But like I said, I've been in this music thing for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's not a thing of me trying to prove a point because that I don't have to prove anything.
At all.
But
At all.
it's like this. When your mouth is closed, people don't know. So you have to let them know.
Right. Right.
And so when you let them know, they're like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah. You're
Absolutely.
not dealing with a novice.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with a person that's just okie doke, or you can sing a little bit. No, darling, I've been singing since you were dwindling your color.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Right,
just the fact of I choose to not go that route to be a kiss butt or to be around people who are negatively weighing my career down and trying to make me feel like I'm less than a person when I know I'm not.
Absolutely.
And then I was always eclectic in my dressing.
Right.
So, you know, of course, that kind of puts a little amp on things.
Right,
A little
right.
amp, like, yeah, well, he's a little weird. Well, hey,
Right.
I don't even use the word weird. I don't like the word weird. I like the word peculiar because that's what
Okay.
Jesus
Yeah.
was.
A peculiar
So,
people.
and
Yeah.
it's not saying that I'm Jesus, but you
Right.
know, I'm Christ-like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I mean, I have so many thoughts on how people would be perceived at Nicholas. And like I said, singing was something that was just, I could do it. It was a convenient thing. Okay, I could do this. You know, I could do that. You know, you need a tenor, I'll sing. You know, and it wasn't a thing of, you know, I like I said, I'm a humble person, regardless of what anybody says.
Right,
Don't let no
right.
one lie to y'all. I'm humble.
Right.
I do not like people to get over on people.
Absolutely.
That
Yeah.
pisses me
Yeah.
off.
Same.
And I've seen it so much.
And bullies. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I used to beat up bullies in high school too. So
I love it.
that's my
love it.
that was my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
when I see someone's trying to get over, and it's like, man, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You know, I've seen people in this city come. I've seen them go. I've seen them go plateau because Dallas, y'all know, you get so far,
Yep.
then you got the little crabs
Yeah.
come around saying, well,
For sure.
oh, you're not better than this person. That, y'all,
Yeah.
them is fighting words for me. That's why I have to just stop because, like I said, I don't like comparing.
Yeah.
You know, or you not better than this person or this person. You got grown 30-plus-year-old men talking about you not better than this person
Yeah.
or this
Right,
person
right.
got you beat. What?
Yeah, that
Right.
annoys me too. I
It's
can't stand it.
childish.
Yeah.
I didn't do that in high school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm looking at grown men about to have a fist fight because this person played better on Snarky Puppy's album
Yeah.
than this. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
Y'all need to grow up.
Absolutely.
And there was no tea, no shade.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
threw their name out there. I was
Yeah,
using
yeah.
an example.
Yeah.
Because my god brother plays for him. So,
Right, right,
But it's
right.
just the fact of it is, when you put yourself in a place where you feel like you're better than, that's when I have a problem.
Yeah.
I can't deal.
Absolutely.
So I know I just talked a
Yeah.
lot, but yeah.
No, you good. You can be confident all day. We encourage confidence. We
Yes.
encourage believing in yourself.
Right.
You know, standing on your square or whatever. But like I said, getting to the point where you feel like you're better than.
Yes.
It's like, look, I'm not better than you, but you're not better than me.
Right, exactly.
You know
But
what
you're
I'm
not
saying?
gonna beat me.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's where it comes into,
Yeah.
like I said, pride versus dignity.
Right. Right.
I have dignity because of the teachings. I went through hell to get what I got.
Yeah.
You know, I may not be as over passionate about singing, but I can still sing.
Right.
You know, I still want to sing. You know, and I mean, it's gotten back to a point to where I didn't want to sing. I didn't want to use my voice, and you know, it was discouraging because I would be places, and you know, when you're a new person, you go to a new school or new wherever,
Yeah.
and they look, oh, he think he all that.
Yeah.
I don't. What is he doing over here? That's what I go through.
Yeah.
And y'all, for real, that people don't understand that stuff really hurts. It does. You know, and people think I'm a strong person. I am a strong person. But it weighs on you.
You human.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just like you sit there and it's like you can only take so much.
Right.
And like I was telling her earlier, I'm an empath, so I can feel what you're not saying.
Yeah.
When you say, "Oh, that ain't me," now you making me mad because now you calling me a liar.
Right.
You know you
And
ain't
I
lying.
know I ain't lying. My Holy Ghost don't lie to me.
Yeah.
My discernment don't fail me.
Right,
I had to
right.
let somebody know that was dear to me at my former church. And they tried to play in my face, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
My discernment don't fail me. Don't make me act ethnic in this
Yeah,
church, because I will. And I'm serious.
Yeah.
Y'all had a Versace jacket on in the pulpit, and they was playing in my face in the microphones and saying that, oh no, oh everything. So they turned the microphones. Praise and worship was about to start. Y'all, I said, you sure right. All I saw was green. And all I saw was my dad getting upset with me, and I just want to bum rush everybody on the stage. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that because
Right.
it's going to make me look bad. And then I'm a businessman. That's going to make my business look bad. I don't do that. So
Yeah.
let's go.
That's good.
And I didn't go. Listen, I didn't drive my car that Sunday, so I had to Uber home. $13 to go 2 blocks.
Right.
I was ticked, but I was like, you know what? It's better for me to go home
Right.
than to get an understanding. And of course, I'm gonna talk my stuff now because I don't say a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hold in a lot. And then when you tell me, oh, it's not that, but your actions show me that, now I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I got to back off.
Right.
But that's life. That's the life I've dealt with in this city. People try to measure you up or size you up, or you don't deserve to do this, or you sung with this person and then they hold that against you. Because I get that a lot too. The Andrew brothers are my friends and my family, but I went through hell
Really?
singing with them. Yes.
Really?
People judge me so bad singing with them in the sense of that I was too good to sing with other people.
Oh wow.
And crazy as it
They
sounds,
put a
it was.
stigma on you.
The stigma. And I'm like, I can talk about this. I've never talked about this.
That don't make sense to me though.
It doesn't make sense, but Dallas makes sense.
Yep.
Dallas
You're
does
right.
not make sense. And I say that wholeheartedly. The reason why I say that because I have a story for everything. So
Yeah.
forgive me.
No. Hey, we here. I love
Yeah.
it.
Bishop L. Spencer Smith, back in 2004, he came to a concert, and the guests that was invited, all the guests that were invited, supposed to be like the who's who of Dallas or whatever, the musician invited them. None of them showed up. Bishop L. Spencer, I have such a respect. First of all, I love his music. I don't know if y'all know him or not.
Yeah.
He did a song,
Is he the one that sung
Surgery.
Yeah,
Lord, I messed up. And I'll give you a story about that too.
Made mistakes in my days.
So,
Ooh, that's my
yeah.
soul.
And I tell you, I had to
That
get that
harmony?
Hold on. I gotta tell you.
Okay.
Because
okay.
when he said what he said, he said,
Yeah.
don't invite another artist to your concert. He said, don't invite another who's who to. He said, you invite people that are anointed. You invite people who can invoke the presence of God, who want the glory of God to be here. He said, it's something wrong in this city. This man ain't never been here at that time.
That's wow.
And he said, as fast as I got here, I'm getting back on a plane to get up out of here. He said, because there's something heavy in this city. He said, because, and grotesque as it sounds, I wholeheartedly believe it. Because you cannot have a church on every corner and then don't have a strong gospel station in your city per capita. In the church that I went to at the time, there's 5 churches within walking distance. Literally, I could walk to the next church, and they're both Church of God in Christ churches. How in the world are we gonna go to heaven together, and we can't come together.
And and all of those churches are barely struggling to hold on.
They hold it up.
Hold
You got 4
on.
members over here. You got 41. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
And then one wants to be this, and everybody want a title. You know, I'll get into that. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But just to say, when he said, there's such a strong force, a dark force in this city. He said there's so much greatness here, but it's being like wiped over because you have people, like I said, they feel like they're the gatekeepers. They tell you, oh, this person, and then they're blackballed.
Yeah.
They're blacklisted.
Yeah.
But they want to tell you, oh, you're not good enough to do this.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, as far-fetched as I'm saying, I'm probably being a little more exaggeration, but it has that guilt.
I mean, we're in the industry. We know.
So you know.
We know.
Yeah.
So
we
I
know,
mean,
we
and then
see it,
you know, you have professional musicians who hate on church musicians, and the church musicians, they like, I don't want to. I said, but you know, musicians are musicians. I came up in a world, y'all, that it didn't matter. My dad, oh my God, back in South Carolina, was one of the greatest, like I said, prolific minister of music. When I call a minister of music, we don't even really have that today. Let's just be honest. You have people that have the title, but don't do the work.
Yeah.
So the work is what you have to put into it. My dad would be at the church at 2 a.m. printing programs for anniversaries. You know, this was in the 80s, coming into the 90s. I remember my dad, and I refer to him because that's like the star. That's the star of my heart. He would be, and this man wasn't making a lot of money, y'all.
Oh, of course.
At all. The church that he put on the map, and I will say it, Grace Cathedral Church of God in Christ in South Carolina, Sumter, South Carolina. He put that church on the map. You could call Willie Mae Rivers, who's over the Church of God in Christ mother, well, no longer, but she's still there. She would tell you, if it wasn't for Brother Moore, we'd be in the boonies. Mattie Moss Clark, my dad, called her to come to Sumter to do workshops to bring them out of their elements. Till this day, they're out of their elements because of my dad. And I could stand flat-foot and say that.
Right.
You know, and so it's just a thing with this. That's the discipline of music that I have in me. So when I see other things going down, I'm bored.
Yeah.
And then I see people making, you know, this crazy judgment. So when I hear L. Spencer Smith says what he said, it resonates with me so hard because that musician was so heartbroken. He had all those people listed to sing, and none of them show up. And you got a special guest coming in, and they sung Surgery, by the way, too. So, and it's
I can listen to that all day.
and that's my piece on that.
Yeah.
That song, Surgery, L. Spencer Smith, I used to sing with a group. I'm going into another singing
No, you
moment.
good.
I don't know if y'all know Brandon Luster.
I've heard
Musician.
the
Not
name.
off the top of my head.
Brandon Luster. Brandon Luster was, and still is, he is one of the Dallas's treasures of musicians. He had a group called Extreme Worshipers,
Okay.
and we did a cover of Surgery. I need to try to find it because it was me, my sister Mandy, this guy named DeMarcus. DeMarcus sings with me with Bishop United Voices, and I think it was just us three at the time. Yes, it was. I have to find a YouTube clip and find it and
Yes,
put
please
it.
send it to
I'm
me.
gonna send it to you. But we sung that song. I remember back in 2006, could have been. We were getting ready to do a showcase, and we were singing. This is when, this is when MySpace was still out.
Okay.
Come to
It's all
my
good.
space. Man.
MySpace, you know, you decorated your
Absolutely.
wall, you put your
Had
music
your
up.
favorite
My
YouTube
space,
videos
you know?
on that joint.
So I mean, you
Yeah.
had the videos going, the
Right.
background flowing. So I did our page for Extreme Worshipers.
MySpace taught us how to code. We didn't even know it.
Yep.
Like seriously,
We didn't even know it.
Yep.
You asked me, I
Facts.
was in bed and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I
We
doing?
didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah.
setting up for jobs and you should be making billions of dollars now.
Right.
Man.
But I remember we were doing that, and my thing is, Brandon was doing his music. He's excellent piano player, organ player. He wrote real good music, but he just didn't have the direction to go in. And he asked me to join the group. And that type of person, like I said, I don't have a takeover spirit, but my thing is, if you ask me to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I'm a go-getter. I'm going to make sure that we got things well, and, where he was, he had great things, but it's just like it wasn't catching. And so I got him. My sister, I called him, I was like, man, you join this group. We need to sing. What's us up? So we did it, and we did it live first for the concert.
Okay.
It was like a opening concert, welcome, rebrand rather.
Right.
We call it rebranding now.
Okay.
And when I tell you, people were so captivated because the harmonies was like exquisitely tight and unusual.
Singing that song, you gotta be.
I mean, and then we didn't do it the original way. We did it our way.
So you came up with your own arrangement.
We
for
did
it.
our own arrangement.
I got you.
Okay.
And the way Brandon did the music first. So he did, Lord, I messed up, made mistakes in my day. I don't want to sing right. I don't know if you know. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. So the way we did it was,
Got all them parts.
Lord, I messed up, made mistakes in my day, but I'm grateful you didn't throw me away. You said you keep on working till you see. It was just, we did this whole thing before they even redid the song. And we did that, and I put it on MySpace. And people was like, what is this? This is L. Spencer Smith. This is his remix. No, this is Brandon Lester and Extreme Worshipers.
Yeah.
Someone sent it to Bishop Smith, and we were scared. Yes, we were. We want to be sued. We ain't got no money.
Yeah.
We just want to sing for the Lord.
Yeah,
Sing for the Lord.
if that was a Prince, y'all would have.
Yes.
Y'all would have had some problems.
So he got the word of the song, and I told Brandon, I said, Brandon, we need to sing this song. Like, I know this is his song, but this arrangement is our
It's
song.
our song, yeah.
This is our song. This man said, that's y'all song. Sing it.
Wow.
I love it.
He said he heard that song, and see what got him was we did this kind of this melodic vamp to it. And I was singing soprano, Manny was singing alto, and DeMarcus was singing tenor. And it was, you said you keep on working till you see, turn on your investments, ready to me. It says, on me, on me. I have to find it to show you because he said,
I don't think
I
I've
can
ever
hear it.
heard that
exactly
You
my
haven't.
point.
That's what he said.
Exactly my point. And when I tell you, man, and when she'll tell you.
Okay.
When you see her, she's gonna tell you.
Okay.
We had so much fun doing that song. Like we took it and literally rewrote his song. It was his song, but we rewrote it. It became Extreme Worshipers. So much so to wherever we went, sing surgery. I got this song.
Yeah.
Right.
Sing surgery. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, we got to sing.
Come
So,
on.
yeah.
So it was short-lived because some things happened with the leader and he wasn't focusing. Lord help him, Jesus.
Yeah.
But we were invisibly, and I say this very, very carefully, we were invisibly getting ready to be signed with Ty Scott Records
Wow.
without them hearing a demo.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They heard us at a concert, and I will never forget, I thought it was a prank because it was on MySpace. So like, why are they hitting us up on MySpace? And so I had, verified or whatever. So I was like, well, let me get with our leader, make sure everything is legit. He was like, you think it's legit? I said, well, they sending me all this information. So, they were like, well, we're doing something. They were doing something in Tyler. It was for a showcase. And he was like, I don't know if we can do it or not or whatever, because, you know, all that stuff. So he's like, we can't do that right now. So it was like, okay, we'll hold off. But this was a time, like I said, gospel music is really not as, you know, for amateurs in the sense.
Right.
It's not as dependable right now.
Right.
So it's like for that to have, you know, come to us, that type of world, I'm like, what could that have been?
Yeah.
You know? So, but like I said, it's just all about the singing. I love the togetherness, and that's what made me happy. So when that kind of dissolved, that made me recluse again. And then I started going back into my Gucci album. Because I was like, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be vulnerable. And be like, I'm not singing anywhere, so I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
So, but that's just, I went into my personified person.
Were you ever, did you ever get to a point where you were gigging much outside of church? Or was it just mostly church?
Well, actually, gigs were mostly outside of church.
Okay.
I mean, church was just basically church, you know. I sung at church. I had a very good opportunity to sing with God's Property. So that was one of the things that was a jewel of my life, you know. I know you had Rochelle on here, my sister.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those were, I was after the album, so more for the tours and things. So, I mean, I take that, and I am ever grateful to Mama C. Wright for that type of life.
So let me rephrase my question. I more so
ahead.
meant like outside of church music. Secular music.
Secular.
I hate
Say
that.
what you want.
I hate that. I hate that word. I hate that word.
Secular music.
Secular music.
I hate that. I hate
Worldly,
Devil's music.
worldly music. Doing that worldly.
Listen,
Was you out
well,
here?
you know,
Was you out here singing the way?
I was.
The way.
I was. But you know what? I have a love and special love for soul music.
Okay. Okay.
I've always had a soul music. I mean, my mom been saved all her life. Hallelujah. But she introduced us to Anita Baker. She introduced us to Luther Vandross.
Those
Yeah.
are household names.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and then, of course, I mean, my dad, of course, I have albums. Like,
Yeah.
I have albums of Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight and the Pips, and, you know, things like that. So I've always been, like I said, music. I like old school music. And when I say old school music, music that I can sing.
Yeah.
One of the things that I have, and I'm not really a big R&B fan. I like old school R&B, like 90s R&B.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like far as just going out there, gospel is always gonna be my go-to.
I got
Gospel
you.
and jazz.
I got you. I got you.
But I love soul music, and I'm gonna tell you the era that really got me
What's
was
that?
neo soul.
Okay.
Everybody loved neo soul, but it was like my rebirth for singing. My favorite go-to, and anybody will tell you if you got people liking and going all that stuff, was Bilal.
Okay.
Love Blau.
Bilal.
Yeah. Love Blau. Yeah.
Bilal was one of my savants of music. Still is to this day to me. Him
Love
or
that
Sean
guy.
Patterson, Maxwell. That's just a name just top off my head. But you know, just in depth, Bilal just took me to a place to where made me fall in love to sing again. You know, I have a friend, y'all know Jason. Jason.
Where's Jason?
Jason. What's my friend's name? Jason.
I know a couple Jason.
Jason. Keyboard Jason. Lord Jesus.
Bodo?
No.
No.
Williams.
Jason Williams. Oh, okay.
Jason Williams. Me and Jason Williams were road dogs
Okay.
back in the 2000s. We were just, everywhere you saw me, you saw him. And I remember when Bilal came out with his album, I had just graduated high school. And his album actually came out in 99. I graduated 2000. And I remember I played that CD till it was broken. And I will never forget my brother, Cedric Moore. Shout out to Cedric Moore, Funky Knuckles.
Said more. Yeah.
And
Got to get him on the podcast.
he said,
Yeah.
"This sounds like Nick."
Yeah.
And it was a song, y'all. when I heard it, I literally can I could literally hear it in my ears like doom 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 doom. Y'all, I literally that song is probably what 25 years old now, 24 years
Possibly
old.
that album.
And I still play that album in my head.
Sometimes was my tune.
Oh my God.
Off of that one. Sometimes. Yeah.
Firstborn Child, I haven't even really, honest to goodness, I've never really even gone to the second album. I've heard it, of course, but as far as in my psyche, Firstborn second will always be in my psyche.
I feel that.
Frontwards and backwards.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Because it was an album that was so artistically driven, but backed by a big machine in a scope.
I got you.
So, and it was just, I didn't care about all that. It was just like, this nigga is singing.
Absolutely.
And this is something that I can sing. Like, I'm the type of person, I have friends that sing, they do covers and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could really get into that. But it's just like, I have to feel it. And that goes back to what I was saying about the singing. I can sing because I can sing, but if I don't feel it, I don't want to sing it.
Man, one of my top 3 favorite all-time covers. Like, cause you know how you have some covers where it's like, man, this better than the original. Like, I'd rather have is Bilal his version of "Is This Love" by Bob Marley.
Yes.
His version probably one of the best covers I've ever heard.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? How he arranged that whole thing with the band and all that live. I still listen to that to this day.
And it's the thing. It's the essence of, like I said, I lay dormant for singing, but when it's a song my favorite song to cover actually was, and I'll be going around the world trying to answer your question.
You good?
I had an opportunity to perform at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
Okay.
It was called The Three Tenors.
Okay.
It was me, Jeremy Wilson, and Lawyer Turner.
Oh, that's fam.
All right.
Jeremy Wilson is fam.
Yeah, he's my nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
Wait. Say it again. Do it to the camera.
Oh, he's my nemesis, and you know it.
You know
He
why.
knows it.
You know
I'ma
what
text
you
him
did.
when I leave here.
Yes.
Make sure you watch
Shout
it.
out
Like
to Jeremy. Love you, miss
But
you.
I mean,
Lawyer, that's fam too.
We had he did a set, I did a set, and then I did R&B music. I did So Amazing by Luther Vandross. I did what's that song? Masquerade.
Okay.
And then I did, it's another song I did, but my finale song was Bilal, When Will You Call?
Ooh.
Oh,
That
Okay.
was, listen, I remember Chadney. That's my
Shout
girl.
out to
Shout
Chadney.
out.
yeah.
Shout out Chadney.
Such a fan.
Krista. That's my
Love
girl.
her.
She said, Negro, you transformed on that out. On
Right.
that song. I said, listen, I blinked out. I didn't see y'all. Because that's the moments when I see and I hear and I see my friends. I see my sister. Shout out to Mandy. I love to see her perform. I've seen her since she started and just going to this blossom one, and it just, I mean, brings me to tears. And
Before
I don't get
before
emotional tears.
hashtag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
And I
hashtag.
mean, and the thing of it is, it's just this person, it's this personified to where you feel it and receive it. And I was like, well, why don't I feel it and receive it? Hell, I'm singing too.
Yeah.
Shoot, I want to feel it too. But it's like, my thing was, like I said, and I said, this has opened up all my vulnerability. So someone probably try to use this against me, and I don't care.
You good. Yeah.
I just don't,
Yeah.
I just sing because I can sing. I put it out there because I can do that. But when I sung that song, I felt it. I felt it. Like, I felt my ears ringing. I felt my hair growing. I felt my toes trembling. And it's just everything that singers talk about.
Right.
I felt that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, so this is what y'all be feeling?
Yeah.
So I've been numb the whole time.
Tingling
And now I'm getting the
and all of it.
I'm about to
Yeah.
snack. I'm living
Right.
one of those, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I have all that, but it takes a song. And like I said, everybody's different, you know? And like I said, I always felt like it was something wrong with, like, why am I not feeling it like they're feeling it? Or why they not, why I'm not gigging like they are. And I'm like, you know, whatever. Because I wasn't feeling the song. And the song is what made me feel like, okay, this is it. So you ain't got to pay me for to sing that song. I will
Right.
sing it.
Right.
But
I
I
got
want to
you.
get paid, though.
I got you. That's what's
Yeah,
up, man.
man.
So, but we gotta push forward, Nick, because you are this, you are this fashion guru now.
Oh, my God.
You are this,
Don't be starting those stuff now. Listen.
you are this fashion
I
guru
don't know,
now,
I've been
man.
looking at
And so I'm really curious. So,
Fashion guru too.
but because even with you know what you say about just certain things you didn't feel in music, you can at the bare minimum even hearing you talk about it, you have a very high level of respect for it.
Of course.
It's one of the things. As a matter of fact, I respect that more than somebody going out there half-assed and trying to do it.
That's my
I respect. You know what? I that's actually so that's how I feel about comedy, right?
Yeah.
I love comedy. Comedy is an art form to me. I think I can get a couple chuckles out of folks,
I think you could.
but I'm not, just because, you know, I can probably make somebody laugh during the conversation. That's not going to make me say, you know, I need to go get on stage and do a set.
Exactly.
I have too much respect for the craft.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? For me to go try to
Get your tea out.
yeah, bruh. Anyway.
What's the reference?
Go
for
ahead,
me?
Tip.
I mean, but nah, man. So you know, so I definitely hear that, man. I respect you for that. But even with all that, man. So, but that feeling that you have, the feeling that you have about music, it feel like it's that times 10 with fashion, based what I see as far as like your work, what you put into it, stuff like that. You know, so now we can get into that. Like, how did the fashion bug bite you?
Well, the fashion bug has always been there. It's just the fact that I decided to listen to the voice of reason and say go full throttle. And I mean, music, and I say this with all due respect, I'm glad you set that up like that. It failed me. It felt me.
Yeah.
It failed me
And
hard.
it's okay to say that, though.
You know, and
It's honest. It's
listen,
honest. It's okay
I've
to
been
say
in my
that.
own therapy.
Yeah.
I've been in my own little therapy.
Yeah.
So I could say that out loud now.
Yeah.
And they say, you know, the first part of recovering, you can admit it. When I say it failed me, I guess I say the other way around. I felt it too. And I'm not scared or, you know, to derive from that to say I failed at going forward. I didn't push it. I didn't push the effort. You know, I didn't make forth the effort to do that. I did the background vocals and things of that nature, and some things happened and some things hurt. But I had to allow myself, for one, to heal and not make me bitter,
Right.
not make me feel any kind of way,
That's
even though I
good.
did, because I'm human.
Yeah.
But it let me know, okay, this is not what you're good at. And that's why I had to accept that.
Well, was it from that standpoint though? Was it the music or the industry?
It was a little bit of both.
Okay,
Like I said, I have to find where I fit in.
I got you.
You know, where the world is going as far as music, I felt like this ain't what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is not no passion. You know, and then you see the thing, like I said, the tireless things, the way things are being dealt with, and people playing with you and trying to play, oh, I want you to do this, and then turn, oh, no, not today. You know, I ain't got time for that. And like I said, I don't do foolishness.
Yeah, absolutely.
My tolerance is 0. So my thing was, okay, I want to go into something that I love.
Okay.
And of course, I've always worked because I always got to keep a check.
Absolutely.
Even those who were keeping the gateways were broke.
Yeah.
And I was still going to my gig and going to my job.
Right.
But I was fortunate to get a job in the fashion world.
Okay.
I had the wonderful opportunity to work with Sephora, which was a conglomerate of Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. So I got experience with that. Business experience, mind you.
Right, right.
So this was like I was breaking my ground to actually setting up Nick Moore, Nicmoore.
Right, right.
And I'm the type of person. I'm the university of knowledge. I learn. I study everything around me. You know, if I don't know it, I'm gonna go study it.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I'm gonna look that up, so that I know that. And it's not a thing that I can know it to tell you. I know it for myself.
Right. So
I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I want to be. I know who I am. I make clothes. My first line I started was Blink Couture.
Okay.
And, you know, I was making dresses, you know, for the ladies and things like that. And, you know, I had just a feel of doing this or whatever. I was just like, but I'm making it a business. I had two mentors here in Dallas. Shout out to Mr. Terry Cruz and Antonio Wingfield.
Okay.
They were very influential in my life for showing me the business of fashion. Not just making clothes, but the consultations, the telling you what to do, how the client needs to be measured, all those things. Because I was, you know, I know, okay, you need it to fit. Okay, let me go and put this together for you. But the knowledge, the how to talk to the client, you know, this woman who's buying a $5,000 dress, not a gown, but a dress, you know, what fabric to use and things like that. So I got all that information as a tower of information just from two prominent black designers here in Dallas. And so I took pride in that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I can do this. I'm still young.
Yeah.
I was younger, but I'm still young, but I was like, okay, how am I going to make this work for me? Because now it's becoming like a hustle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life is a hustle.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I was just like, okay, I'm going to make this work for me, how I want it to work for me. So I took, as they say, life by the balls and say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. I have a guy friend, my friend. He's my art director, Courtney Guy. He was like, what do you want me to do? As far as my when I do fashion shows, when I do anything event-wise, you know, you have to pull up a persona, person. You have to bring up this person. So that's why I developed Nick Moore. And so I'm a designer socialite, if you've ever heard of such a thing. I socialize with the art world, the fashion world here in Dallas, you know, and that's something I actually developed as myself. And then I have a signature thing, which I don't have it with me, but it's my fan. And so whenever I'm at an event, whether it's at the Ritz-Carlton or the Jewel or whatever, I have a fan because it's hot. It's hot as hell everywhere. Even 20 degree weather outside in Dallas.
Okay, you say this, and I'm starting to put stuff together. How many fans have you made for #Mandy?
I haven't made it, but she started having the flip fans.
Cause I stay see when she performs, and I stay see.
see when we used to sing together. That's I always had a fan. I used to have. Y'all, I'm not being bougie. I'm being for real. I had a Louis Vuitton fan.
Okay.
Made out of leather and gold, and it was a bag. It was a repurposed bag that I had, and the bag was falling apart. So I decided to make a fan out of it.
Oh wow!
So I had a gold stick, and it was 14 karat plated gold, and then I had the handle on. So people were like, "Oh my God, who knew leather felt so good?" But it was just my thing.
Right.
I wasn't trying to, you know, start anything. I'm just hot.
Yeah.
You know? So people caught on to it and like, oh, well, give me a fan too. I'm like, get your fan because it's hot. You know?
Right.
So, but my thing, I just made it stylish because that's who I am.
Did you have do you have your own line of fans?
Crazy you asked that. No, I don't. And my art director gets on me. He was like, you missed out on money. on that because it was a thing. I mean, even I'm not a club person, but people know me from my fans in the club, and I don't even go to the club.
Wow.
So my thing is, yes, that was a I will say it. It was a missed opportunity. I could be having
no time
a Mercedes right now.
No time like the present.
But
What's stopping you?
Well, no, it's not stopping me, but it's just, it is what it is.
I got you.
But my thing is, I made that a thing for me. And not necessarily on purpose, but it happened. It
happened, right.
And so now I'm known on that level of Nicholas Moore.
I mean, most genius inventions just come out of pure necessity. You know what I'm saying? Like a flashlight that glows in the dark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it comes out like
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like if your lights go out,
true.
you know
That's actually very smart.
how you gonna
It's very smart.
how you
but
gonna
it's
find
just
your
funny when he
flashlight?
said it. I'm just like, yeah.
You know, it comes out of most dope inventions just come out of pure necessity. You know.
Tremendously.
So and that's what happened with you. So yeah, we gonna have to talk about you getting a fan line or something, man.
Listen,
You gonna have to talk about it.
it can definitely happen.
I'm sure it can.
You are
I think it
absolutely
should
right.
happen.
I know it should happen.
I got some old drapes right now.
Listen,
Just don't call it OnlyFans.
I see what you did there.
no, hold on.
Oh, wait.
I ain't gonna touch that.
Put your thumb down
I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Let me find
No.
out you got OnlyFans,
man.
Nick.
Blue,
You got
Ooh,
OnlyFans, Nick.
We're not
The
gonna-
Saints, the Saints gonna be
No
upset.
question. No question.
All right, man. Well, look, Lou, what you got?
Man, let's see her get through this break because we got some more.
We got some.
Oh Lord Jesus! What the hell? I gave you all I had.
I told you it's gonna be a good one, did I not? Hey, listen, we got Nick Moore in the building, man. We gonna take a real quick break, real quick pause for the cause. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Make sure you support. Don't bust that nut just yet.
Wait a minute.
We gonna be right back.
Let me cover up.
See, I'm a photographer. Feel what I'm saying? So if they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, it's my job to make sure they hear every last one of them. I got you.
Living in a daydream, praying that you can kiss me. This is where we should be. This is our eternity. Never say never, ever take the limits off. We're in this together. We can have it all. Moon in the sky, flashing street lights, flashing street lights.
All right, people. Man, this has been a great episode, bro.
Guess who's back?
Man, we back
Glad
in
y'all
it.
think that.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
I'm so honored. Woo,
man,
okay, I
yeah.
got my family. Okay.
Yeah, we
Thank
good
you.
over here, man. We got my good brother Nick Moore in the building. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It's
Glad to be
really
here.
great,
Glad
man.
to be here.
Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, DFW Shed Sessions. You can follow us on Facebook, the DFW Shed Sessions FB page. Also, you could follow us on TikTok and Instagram under DFW_Shed Sessions. And if you guys feeling good about leaving some contributions or donations, you could go to our Zelle and do so under DFW Shed Sessions at gmail.com. So let's get to these social medias. Professor Melwell, where can we find you on social
I'm
media?
so full.
Did not our hearts burn?
Did not that first half. You can find me on. Oh, I sent you a friend request. You can find me on all social media platforms under Professor Melville. That is Professor Melville.
All right, man. So my good brother, J Ell Groove, where can we find you on social media, my good brother?
Man, Facebook, J Ell Groove. Instagram, who is J Ell Groove? If you want to ride this funk train, go ahead and follow us. Facebook, Instagram at Funk Your Feelings. That's FUNKYO Feelings. You can see everything that we got going on. Also, go ahead and dabble in some of this merch, man. Some of this Funk You Couture, fifth level. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get at me, hats, shirts, all that good stuff. If you want shot glasses,
Shot glass?
all that good stuff, man. So if you want to,
Shot of Kool-Aid.
you know what I should have done? I should have got. We have a fashion guru right here. I should have brought some of my merch so he can tell y'all. He can tell y'all yay or nay.
Nope.
Right.
On the
Yeah.
quality.
I'm
No,
not gonna
I
do
ain't
that.
scared of it. No,
quality
no,
of
the
the
quality.
I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, see.
I ain't doing that. I already told you. I don't judge.
I mean, y'all could probably do some type of collab or something.
I just want to hear from an expert.
I understand that.
Well, okay,
understand what you want.
okay. Really, what he's saying is, once you pay me for this consultation, then we can talk about it. That's really what he just said.
Well, I mean, that's what the 18 carats is trying to tell you.
He said we ain't. He said we ain't doing that. I hear your spirit, Nick.
Hey,
He said we ain't.
You're an empath, so you
I hear your
heard
spirit.
me. You
I
heard
hear
me
your
loud and
spirit.
clear.
All right, so we gonna set up that consultation, and
There
then
we go.
and we gonna get that rocking. Yeah. So if you want to dabble in one of my many conglomerates, marketing, photography, videography, all that good stuff, that's another groove project on Facebook and Instagram, because it's just another one of my projects, man. So that's what we got.
It's not one of your projects too.
Yeah.
All right. Lou, where can we find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram and TikTok under Lou Paul Beats. I do have some YouTube Lou Paul Beats, and also I do have music out and available. You go to our music streaming platforms.
Good stuff out there.
You just put in Lou Paul Beats, man. Add to your playlist some nice chill hip hop, soul music. Just
Do you sing?
do I sing? When I'm by myself, I do a little thing or two. But
So
when
you're not singing
people,
on none of your music?
when people come around, yeah, that's
This is a safe place, though.
yeah. That's probably all you're gonna get. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but you play the keyboard. We want to hear.
No.
Yeah.
Can you run them
There you go.
scales?
Yeah, that's
Right.
bad. Do
when
re mi fa
when you
sol, la,
when you
ti,
when you
do.
solo,
Ready?
Lou, let me ask you this: when you solo, be it on bass on keys, do you do that thing where it's like you sing the notes while you solo?
Scan.
No, I've
Or
never.
Do you, or are you doing that in your head, or like do you do it like out loud, or where you do that?
I've never done it. I know some people do that, but that's I don't know. It's just thing that just kind of
It
whatever just come in my mind.
It ain't
just
hit you yet. I
come
got
in-
you. I got you.
Yep. So that's where I'm at, man. I just
Miss-
I stick to my calling.
You stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Mr. Moore, what about yourself? Where can the good people find you at?
I'm here.
Set up a bedroom.
Well, I am on Facebook at Nicholas NiCholas J Moore. I have a fashion page on Facebook, which is being updated. It's Nick Moore, NICMOORE. And then you have my Instagram, which is the more lively thing what I interact with, because I'm old. I only do Instagram, Facebook, and that is TheNick NICMOORE number 1. So the Nick Moore 1.
Okay.
And it's Neek, not Nick, because the K is silent.
Silent.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh.
There's this. I went to your Facebook and I saw this outfit that you did for yourself.
Okay.
The all black with the.
Oh, yes. I wore
So
that.
it was a suit,
Yes.
but he also had like a fleur train in the back,
It
and
was my,
the arms.
it was my kimono cloak coat. I wore it over a tuxedo. It was a tuxedo that I did with the black crystals on the lapel, and it was a gabardine fabric, and the kimono coat was put on crystals on the sleeves, on the cuff, and then that was taffeta, black taffeta, and that was it was worn on my shoulders, but I had it so that it could show the lapel.
Man, I didn't know you spoke Chinese, man. That's awesome. That's amazing. That is amazing.
What was your inspiration?
Well, my inspiration of that type of look is, I call him my fashion dad. A lot of people don't know him, but his name is Andre Leon Talley. He's a black editor at large at Vogue. He's no longer with us. He passed away in 22.
I feel like I remember you posting like a
Yes.
tribute to him.
Yes.
He's like a bigger dude.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
I called him my fashion dad because that's what I consider
Yeah,
him.
no, I know about him.
And a lot of my fashion that, I don't want to sound like Little Richard again, but before all these girls was running around here with coats and cloaks and things, the girls and the boys, I was doing that, and everybody was making fun of me, but of course I didn't care because I'm Nicholas.
Yeah.
So I've always patterned myself when it came to that, the confidence level that I have after Andre. And when I would see him with those clothes, I've always loved a kimono. I don't wear kimonos around my house. I'm not trying to be
No, you good.
different. That's me. I wear kimonos, caftans. I have a Valentino caftan from head to toe. I walk around my house and, just be fabulous.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact of that's my liberation of fashion. That's what I love. That's what I interpret when they say, go dress up, do this, do it your way. Okay, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And that's what's orchestrated.
Okay.
But just know that my frame of mind is always classy.
Oh, well,
Always.
looking at all of your pieces, you can tell.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We live in a world now dealing with fashion. Now that I may say this, and I may get slapped, but I don't care because I get copied all
Ain't
the
nobody
time.
gonna slap
Oh,
you.
no, they won't. They won't say, I'm just saying words. But we live in a world now where things are being different, but they're being uncouthed, if you will. I've always thought about fashion to endure.
Okay.
That cloak I made that cloak back in 2014. I redid it back in 2019. Just something so simple. I've always had those. I have multiple colors of them. I have a royal blue one. I have a chartreuse. That's my favorite color. It's yellow and green mix.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
But I always say fashion is something that is to be enjoyed and to endured, where I want my lady and my guy who buy clothes from me, the client, I want them to be able to take that garment, whatever it is, whether it be a dress, whether it be a gown, whether it be a suit, anything, I want them to be able to take that out, no tea, no shade, 7 years after they've purchased it and be able to wear it with full confidence.
So you want it to go with the times.
Not only with the time, I want it to be timeless. I don't want it to be trendy. I don't do trendy clothes. I don't do whimsical for kicks and giggles, which a lot of that's being done. Everybody's doing something. They're doing this, they're doing this. It's all about the duration of quality of what you give. Because my thing is, when you put your garment on that I make for you, I want you to feel the same way you felt when you first bought it. Because it ain't cheap.
Right.
So,
As it shouldn't be.
I want it to be where you enjoy. I enjoy my clothes.
Right.
I get distracted when I'm sewing at work. when I'm at work sewing, and one of my good girlfriends texted me today her invitation for her wedding, and so she was like fabulously all black, and it's April 18th. So I'm like, girl, it's a month when I said, what am I gonna wear? My thing is,
what are you gonna wear?
I always know what I'm gonna wear.
Right.
And I take pride. I've been saying this for years. You can ask my stylist friend. I always know what I'm gonna wear because my thing is I just got to think about it. You know, I don't really shop a lot. Of course, you know, this is the oxymoron.
Right.
I don't have to shop.
Yeah,
But the
I was
thing
about
it
to
is,
say.
shoes, of course, and then I'm a big eyewear person.
Gotcha.
Y'all, I have a whole obsession with designer eyewear. Like, I have probably over 93 pairs of designer frames on my whole wall. It's all posted up. The designer
that's dope.
frames, and it's something that I love. It's
Right.
one of those things where it makes me happy. Do I wear all of them? Probably not. No,
Yeah.
but I love them.
Right.
It's my happy place.
Right.
So I get distracted when she told me that. I was like, oh, let me go find something to wear. And I'm supposed to be finishing this lady's clothes today. And I'm like, let me get this stuff. And I'm like, and I'm trying to find this black tuxedo shirt, y'all. I tore my whole studio up looking for this shirt. It was in the closet the whole time.
The whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway,
How did you feel? If you can remember back, how did you feel when you got your very first client? That very first. What was that experience like when you got that very first person that said, "Hey, I want you to design this for me. Here's the money. How much do you charge?" That very first. That very first client.
Shout out to Aisha Seawright. That's
Okay.
That's my god sister.
Okay.
And that was my first client when I came to Dallas.
Oh wow.
She prides herself in it, and I pride myself with it too. That's my sister. Because her motto is, you make all my dreams come true.
Okay.
And that is what I actually adopted when I first started sewing.
Yeah.
Because my thing was, I've always been into fashion. My great grand, she got me introduced. My first designer was Christian Dior. That was my first favorite. It still is to this day.
Okay.
I'm in love with Dior. But her thing was, you take what I have up here, and I can't orchestrate that to paper, but I tell you and you produce it. How do you do that? And my thing is, I don't know how the hell I did it.
Right.
I mean, and that just shows you the passion that I really have for this. Because if you tell me to go get 12 songs, I could do that, but it's like,
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
We can say when we sung praise and worship.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
week. You know,
right.
That's good. You know, that's good enough.
Let's sing surgery.
But just to, right. Now, that's a good one. Though. But just to have that information from, my male clientele, my women clientele, they're being creative and they see me as a creative. Y'all, it is a joy that I get to do what I do. I don't take it lightly at all. At all. I am grateful for the heartaches, the headaches, the BFs.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the things. I'm so grateful that I get to do what I do and that people have known what I've done and come back to what I've done. Because I always make this funny statement. I have a lot of preacher clients.
Right.
And they used to mock me and the Andrew brothers back in the day. When we was wearing our dashikis and slacks.
Man,
and
listen.
our necklaces and stuff and our sunglasses. And they wearing it.
Now, if you talking about some people who did not give a Baptist fit fuck about what they had on, they wore what they wore, and they wore with pride, and they like, again, you talking about like fashion, you know what I'm saying?
Forward.
Very much so. We were definitely talking about the Andrews brothers.
I mean,
the brothers Andrews.
The brothers. I mean, seriously, they were like. I mean, you got to go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
We're not talking about now. We're not talking about when after Aunt Sharon died. We're talking about before.
Oh yeah.
When they were wearing the Gumby haircut.
Oh,
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
The asymmetrical suits.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
So.
Cross colors.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, though, now you have bespoke designers suits. And I used to tell this before Chris passed away, God rest his soul. I was sewing for Chris before he passed. I did most of all his clothes.
Yeah.
And we would laugh. I said, Chris, you remember how they made fun of us? They taunted us so bad.
That's crazy.
Look what they got on. What the world? What is
That's
that they got on?
crazy.
I mean, the suits.
Yeah.
Those
That's
suits.
funny.
You could go get those suits they wore back then and put them in bespokes now.
Yeah.
Because of the cuts and what they did with the stones and all of that stuff. They doing all that now.
Right.
Hell, I just wore one last week. With black rhinestones everywhere.
Right.
So my thing is, I always say this, like Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. I've always been that person. I will never forget when I used to go to G-Tide.
Yeah.
Shout out to G-Tide.
G-Tide. I remember
Now
G-Tide,
it's
yeah.
Disciples,
Right.
Disciple Point.
Yeah.
Deliverance Point, my bad. Well, the guy was telling me, he said, oh my God, he saw the guy, he had this hood on, the scarf and everything, these colors or whatever. He was like, Nick, he was like, we laughed at you for wearing this stuff. And now we up here buying it. And you had it. I said, well, you don't have mine.
Right.
But you have things.
Yeah.
But
funny.
you know, it was just the fact that it was the reference, and I felt, I don't want to say I felt kind of vindicated, but I wasn't looking for it. But it was just like, oh, okay, thank you for that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because it does. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody loves and needs encouragement, and no matter what you're doing, y'all. I have been at Sandiga, and people be like, man, thank you for being who you are. I'm like, who the heck are you talking to?
Yeah.
You.
Like, what? I mean, my thing, I'm not trying to do a revolution thing. Or I'm being Nick.
Yeah.
I can't be nobody else but me. I have been consistently fabulous for years.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing of me trying to put on a show or put on a front. If you go look at my MySpace, boy, it was some stuff. It was some stuff. But that's just who I was.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm still that same person. I got a little older, probably a little fatter too. So, you know, I can't wear everything then.
Right.
But, you know, but it's just the fact of it is, I enjoy being me. Everything that I've worn, everything that you may see, if you go to my Instagram, my Facebook, you'll see clothes. I mean, time when I was in London, everything. I don't regret one outfit I wore. And it's probably like, what was you? I was wearing strong shoulders to church.
Right.
Lady Gaga strong shoulders.
Right.
You know, but it was just the fact. And the crazy thing about it, y'all, preachers, I was going to Mount Rose Baptist Church, wearing strong shoulders. And Bishop Thomas, God bless you, he never ostracized me. He never made me feel bad because that was authentically who I was.
In a Baptist church at that.
In a Baptist church.
Yeah.
So, of course, they do more than what I was doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, anyway.
Right.
But it's just the fact of the matter is I wasn't trying to get attention. I wasn't trying to be ostentatious or disgraceful to the church because I love God. I will, listen, my mom will cut my throat if I disrespect God in his house.
Yeah.
And that's not something I would ever want to do, period.
Yeah.
So it's just the fact of it is, you know, we get older, I'm a fashion boy. I'm a fashion guy. So there are things I want to explore, I want to experiment with, and then it's like, okay, that don't work for that. There's a time and place for everything. And that's what I realized growing up and then, you know, going to functions and things like that. What I would wear to an art show, I wouldn't wear to church. What I would wear to church, when I wear my suits, I'm very conservative, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And people are like, I can't see it. So whenever I wear this is the shade though, y'all. When I put my suit pictures up on Facebook, oh baby, I love it. I love it. And then when I put my fashion, it's good. Oh, that's nice. But I'm like, oh, what y'all trying to say? I feel some shade.
Right.
You know, but it's just the fact of it is, people respect Nicholas.
Yeah.
And it's not a thing, like I said, it's not, I mean, I feel the encouragement, I feel the love, and I mean, it's within myself first.
Yeah.
You know, I accept what I am to understand that it's not a thing I'm trying to get attention. That's just what I love. That's like what I love to do. I love clothes.
I think I think another thing too, man. When it comes to what you do, I like what you do is a form of ministry in itself. How you make people feel when you finish that piece and then they walk in front of a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling how they were feeling about themselves or how their day was going or whatever. And then they put that piece on that you made specifically for them. Yeah. And it like my godmama, well, my goddad, because my goddad, you know, he a suit guy. And you know he would get up and he would say, you know, it's a spirit, not a bad thing. I know, but it's just something that happens when you put a suit on. Yes. It's like you walk different.
Let me tell you something.
I'm the same way when I put a suit on. You know what I'm saying? I am too. Yeah. You just it's just something different about when you know what I'm saying, and the fact that you do that for people. You feel what I'm saying?
I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. I mean, I have, like I said, I have a lot of preacher clients. I also have a lot of first lady clients. And I have, like I said, my loft is set up like a lounge. Yeah. So sometimes they get on there and tell me they home. I be like, don't tell me too much.
Look,
I'm not a gossiper, but just let me don't tell me too much. Right, I don't want to know.
Right.
So, you know, I socialize with them. You know, I'm the designer. I made it my business to be a different designer than just the typical designer making clothes. I visit my preachers' anniversaries. Okay. I give at their anniversaries.
So you support them in return.
I support them. You know, because they support me. Yeah. It's a community. Absolutely. You know, I learned that from my you know, my grandmother being a socialite. So you understand your community. Who supports you, you support them. Yeah. You know, I had one client whose their church was in Terrell, Texas, and I've adopted them like brother and sister. And you know, I told her I don't like to drive far, and Terrell's far. Right. And so I told my mom, I said, you know what, let's go surprise them. She said, oh, they'd be so happy. And they had it was their pastor wife anniversary, and we came in, and she was just and she just started crying. I was like, oh, don't start crying, because you know, just like, you know, I love to see people happy. Yeah, and, you know, and she was going through some stuff, you know, family wise or whatever, but it was so beautiful to be able to do that for her. You know, and it wasn't nothing big, you know, we just came, showing support. But that's why I said everybody wants to. Everybody needs encouragement, and to show that support, to actually show up. It's like, okay, this ain't just no person that's taking my money and he's giving me clothes. Yeah, you know, and I'm like that across the board at my church, and you know, I go to a Church of God in Christ church, where, you know. Some people, not say my church, but you know, some people don't agree with churches, pastors and things. Yeah. They ain't got nothing to do with me. At all, When they spend money with me, I encourage it and go to them. Right. If they invite me, I'm going. If that person, and that right there, one of my clients' father, he's a pastor. He said, man, I have a new respect for your integrity. He said, because you still deal with the pastor that you formerly used to go. I said, of course. I have no bad blood. Yeah. My dad always taught me, wherever you go, if you leave, you leave where you can come back. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Or you leave with peace and understanding. Absolutely. Because my thing is, I'm a man of peace. Right. I ain't got no bad blood with nobody. So if you got a problem with me, that's your problem. Call me. Right. But watch your tone talking to me. Right. Always watch your tone.
Because we can fight.
But I don't fight. I beat up. It's a difference. It's a difference.
We don't fight. We don't argue.
Try Jesus.
Try Jesus.
Not me.
That's what he said.
That's what the songwriter said.
Because that's what I
did say.
And I agree. But the thing of it is, I just don't have. You know, I don't have that mindset to where, well, if I don't deal with you, no. If you support me, especially in these last and evil days, I'm gonna support you.
Yeah, already.
You know, and that's the way we're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and going into music, that's not always reciprocated. Y'all know
absolutely.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's just the fact of you put situations and put people in perspectives in the mindset of you, but you don't get you out of them. And that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It hurts
Yeah.
because it's like your heart is in it. And that's why I feel like that, you know. And, you know, that's just me. That's my MO. I'm going to be that till the day I close my eyes forever.
Right.
So,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
What?
Got a question.
Oh, Lord. Let me get myself together.
Is it multiple choice?
You
Scan
talked.
trying. Look, I told you to call Drake.
Right,
They call it up.
So you talked about, you know, everything that you designed and everything that you put in the environment.
Yes.
As far as like your pieces and everything, and then it's just coming around full circle, and everybody else is kind of gravitating to it, and it's like, hey, you just showed up to the party, you're late, type of situation. So I wanted to ask you, hearing you talk about music, hearing you talk about who you've encountered as far as like singing background for, or even singing with their groups and everything. You strike me as a person who listened to Lawrence Flowers.
I do.
Now, I love Lawrence Flowers. I haven't met him, but I became acquainted with his music through my brother and my sister-in-law. They introduced me to his music, and I never knew how he looked, how he dressed, or anything, but his voice is just so distinctive.
Yes.
And even his group sound is just very distinctive and everything. And then one day I saw one of his videos from his newest project. I forgot the name of it. But I saw the way they dress and stuff. Don't know if you ever seen his dressing and how the group dress alike and everything. Have you ever seen it?
I haven't seen it lately, but I seen him.
Okay, so
Dress.
what is your take?
Well, I'm not
Wait, first, do
Go
you
ahead.
prefer his singing over his dressing?
Oh,
Or
definitely
vice-
singing.
Singing over.
Because the thing of it is, dressing is so idealistic. You can dress in jeans and a t-shirt and sing your face off.
Okay.
Whereas you put on a whole garb and still singing your face off, it's just an appearance thing.
Okay.
Because you can change your clothes. You know, I personally prefer, if you're asking me that question, because I love Lawrence Flowers. I don't
I
know
do
him
too.
personally, but I do love him. But I mean, I can't judge him in the sense to say I don't like what he had on because he's singing, you know, this. Baby, listen, I had some clothes on, okay? I remember we went to New York with a group I was singing with called Voices of Judah. And I'm in New York. I want to wear couture.
Right.
So, you know, we had to wear denim. And it's so funny because the drummer's mother, I saw her Sunday at our church.
Okay.
This was back in 2001. 2000, yeah, right after 9/11. Scared to death because we flew in LaGuardia. I was like, listen, why this plane so close to the water? But anyway, I was just, we had to wear denim. So, you know, people had their denim shirts and this and that. And I'm like,
You weren't
wearing
feeling
that. And then, you know, they had, you know, the girls had their denim, this, and, you know, just being Texas. I want to say Dallas and Texas, you know. And no tea, no shade. It is what it is. I'm the type of person, I'm a fashion person. So I'm going to go the extra mile on what it is and what it ain't, you know. I've always had my dreads, so I had them, you know, up or whatever. I think they were like copper, though, that color. It's like a auburn colored copper. And my pants were like a flare bell-bottom type of thing. And I had these Dolce & Gabbana brown boots. I don't know where the boots at, but I missed the boots. But I had to wear that because I was just like, why would I not wear this?
Yeah.
You know, why would I not put this on? And it wasn't a thing, like I said, it's not a thing to draw attention. It's just that's what I wanted to wear. You said a uniform.
He think he better than this.
but that's the spirit people take on.
Yeah.
But what I have done, what my parents have taught us, my brother and I, is to not let people's perception rule you.
Yeah.
And I have that. Thanks be to God, I don't have a low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny.
I love
No,
it.
that's
No,
I don't have a low self-esteem,
yeah.
so I don't let people's perception. You shouldn't have worn that. Why not? Why shouldn't I wear it? Give me a reason why I shouldn't wear this.
Wait, so you're not that type of designer that feel like there's a barrier between body shape and
Now that you that's a whole other question. Don't try to trick me up now.
I'm just
But no. Okay, so with that, yes.
make it plain for some of us round folks.
Yes. I
Size
care
medium.
for the body. I care for the body. My first client was not a skinny girl. But we have to understand perspective of clothing. If you want to be edgy, you can be edgy. But I want you to be happy with your look of being edgy. Because this is the thing. There's this thing that's on Instagram, and I'm sure it's on TikTok too. But I think, did TikTok get banned or something? Did it get banned?
No,
don't-
that
I
wasn't
don't-
the app, but keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Anyway, Lord Jesus.
OnlyFans
Okay.
Plus.
Okay.
Keep going.
OnlyFans Plus.
But anyway, no.
Y'all gonna make me cry.
See, don't get him started. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
OnlyFans Plus.
No, you have. Look at this one. He's
I know.
whispering.
Ignore them.
Okay. So you have what you want have ideally in your mind. Like if a client comes to me who's a size 22, your perspective of a bodycon dress, that's not going to be for you. And when I say not for you, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to just take your money and put you in a dress. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure, because for one thing, I make dresses for the body, period. And when you put your dress on, I don't want you to be like, oh, child, why he just put me in this dress? He just took my money. You know, that doesn't sit well with me at all. At all. So my thing is, I want you to find the best silhouette. And I've done that several times with my fabulous full-figured gals. So, and I say gals not like in the southern sector.
Yeah.
I say beautiful girls.
Yeah.
But I want them to be happy with the garment of choice. Because my thing is, when you see that dress, oh, that would be so cute on me, you're looking at the body of that dress, of the person. That body's not going to be your body. So let's find
Right.
something that fits your body.
Right.
So that someone can say, oh, I like that dress on her. I love that dress. That's what I want for
Right.
all my clients.
Have you ever been in a situation where you had like somebody really pushed back on you?
Oh, they'll never do that.
Yeah.
No. They may try. I had one girl for prom who tried me. And her mother intervened. And my thing is this. I'm so assured of what I do. And it's not a thing of, like I said, I'm very, very, very well confident in what I do. I don't like to be tried. Because my thing is, I give you too many options to try me. So if you have options, then you don't have to try me.
Right.
But when you try to go outside of that, darling, I'm not the designer for you.
Yeah.
And that's as cool as that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because I'm in the business to sell clothes. I'm not in the business to manipulate you. I'm not in the business to try to make you feel a certain way. I'm in the business to make you feel good about your garment so I can pay my bills.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So my thing is, when you put your mind to what, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, girl, you don't have the thighs for that. When you put that on, and then I'm letting them see visually, okay, because we're all visual people.
Right.
You know, I could see it mentally, but I have to let the client see it physically. No, that's not going to work. You know, let's try this. What if we do this? Okay, that'll work. Because they don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't know until you show them. All they know is what they like.
Got you.
You give them what they like, and then they have it.
Got you.
You
Y'all
heard-
tag team me.
No, you.
You do you know a female? She had her own group named Sam Hughes.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's my sister.
Okay, so
Shout out to Sam Hughes.
I know. Shout out to Sam.
Yes.
That's God Factor, right?
God Factor.
God Factor, yes.
She has such a unique way of dressing, especially when they went out to perform.
Yep.
My dad used to call her the girl director or the girl choir director.
Yeah.
Similar to Natalie
Natalie
Wilson.
Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Natalie Wilson.
Yes. Before her time. She was
Oh,
before-
definitely. SOP Carrasco.
Yes.
Listen.
Yeah.
Don't get me
She
started.
was before
Very much
her
so.
time.
Very
I'm
much
talking
so.
about both CDs.
Both
Before
of
her
them.
All
time.
day.
All of them.
I hate that she's not. You
Yeah.
know, I digress. I digress.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
going to
I'm
that
about to
too.
go, I'm
Because that's where we all go to that.
Yeah.
That we go to that. You know,
Yeah.
Natalie Wilson. That was Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
What we are experiencing with Ty Tribbett and all, they were doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it was
you know-
way back. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, so there were specific outfits that Sam would wear, and I'd be like, where did she even think about that? So now you see it full circle. My question is, I see the pieces that Sam used to wear, and I even talk about Lawrence Flowers. I talk about even we talked on break well, I ain't gonna say what she is, but a lady. When I was younger, the shoulders, the fluffy shoulders and stuff that I would see Sam wear and everybody else that was wearing them,
Right.
I was like, I like her pieces, but I never felt like her pieces would fit my body. But it wasn't until I guess I started growing up and I started seeing her dress different people, and she was dressing more than just the hourglass
Of
frame
course.
and stuff like that. And I'm talking about Tawny Haynes.
Yes.
Tawny
Shout out to Tawny.
Tawny Haynes. And if anybody don't know, she is in relation to our prelate Bishop Haynes. So she has her own design. She dresses everybody.
Exquisitely.
Okay. What's your take?
I love Tawny. Tawny is. She is so innovative in her mindset, for one. We've shared quite a few informations, or as I say, powwows together. And, at first, before we got together, you would see things, because I have clients, people could be messy.
Yeah.
They can be messy. But I'm not messy. It just
Right.
comes across my lap like a towel. You're like, I saw this dress. This look kind of like the dress you did. I'm like,
Oh, like a dress that she did.
so I'm the type of person, I'm like I said, I'm that person. I'm the old school. Just hold your head up and keep on going. Because my thing is, I had a situation recently where that's been happening. I'm not going to say the name of the designer, but they know who they are. They have been doing some things that I've been doing for years. And now that I see people that were not responding to what I was doing. And like I said, I'm not a bitter Betty, because baby, I'm not hurting. Thank you, Jesus. But it's just the fact of, it just shows you people have their picks. And the thing with Tawny and everything, me and Tawny are good. We talk every now and then. I actually, believe it or not, Tawny sells fabric. I don't know if people know that or not.
I never knew that.
Yeah, she sells fabric. Whenever I can't get to my suppliers,
You go to her.
I go to Tawny. Because we actually have some of the same suppliers.
Really?
So I have access. You know, she has it on her site. I just go get it because she's, you know, within the vicinity of me. So, I mean, Tanya, we've always been, you know, very kind, very. So she's always been kind and sweet to me. You know, my mother knew her mother-in-law. So we just, you know, we vibe. You know, I will never let nobody. I'll put it like this. I will let nobody talk about anybody's garments or prices because we ain't gonna talk about mine.
Absolutely.
And my thing is the reason why
that.
because that's Tawny's.
Yeah.
That's Tawny. That Tawny Hayne has a name.
I
So
mean, it is a name.
it's her name.
It's a name.
And if you want the garment she got, she
gotta
has
pay
it.
for it.
You're gonna pay for it,
Yeah.
and that's her price. Same thing with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, because people be like, oh, cause
I ain't gonna lie. When I looked, I was like, "Ooh, I can't afford that."
And the thing of it is, though, and I get it, but I'm the same way because as well as I'm a designer, I have to let this know. I have to say this as well. Excuse me. I'm a consumer too, so I get it. I can't spend my coins everywhere either, but I would not put someone down because of it.
Right.
Y'all, in recent years, I've had friends discuss me and my prices in a negative way with friends of mine, and they don't know that it got back to me.
That's wild.
And it's like, well, god dang. My thing is this. I don't have help. I don't have a sewer. I do everything myself,
Wow.
including my manicure when I need it. So my thing is I have to do everything, and then for me to look the way I look, I still have to get myself together. So that's time, money, and effort. You're going to pay for that.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that.
The electricity.
Exactly.
The food.
My mentors taught me that you pay for everything. And he was like, you like to look fancy, so whenever you gotta take time and do that. I said, yeah, I do.
Right.
I do. So my thing is, I know my worth. I'm not gonna back down on it. And then on top of this, I know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've been in the game of fashion for 20 plus years.
Talk about it.
Retail, brick and mortar, as well as online. Couture, boutique, as well as, you know, amateur stuff as well too, with the Neiman Marcus, Ritz-Carlton, Stanley Korshak. I've been in all fields of fashion in that aspect. So my prices, what I have, are really, really not as unattainable when it comes to personal garment, because everything I do is custom.
Do you go to like the conventions and have your oh, you don't do none of that? Okay.
And that's just me.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I
Okay.
don't do it because I think I don't got time.
Yeah, got you.
I'm my own, y'all. I am my secretary. I am my sewer. I am the gopher to go get the fabrics. I'm everything. I have to be everything.
Yeah.
My little white infinity just be gone.
Right.
Just me and her. Oh, you know. So I mean, my thing is, I have to go. My former pastor, he really encouraged me one time. He said, "You make it look easy." He said, "You make it look," and he was just talking about my peers that are around me. Look at me. They see the pictures. They see this. They don't see the. I done went through hell
hard work. Yeah, the
to change. I did a sequence dress that took 12 needles at $12 a pop.
Ooh.
And I got to replace all those needles on one dress. They don't see that. But they see the beautiful dress that it is.
see
And
the
that's
end
all
result.
that matters.
Yeah.
Because that's the business we're in. That's the business I'm in, you know. It's to make things look beautiful. So they don't need to know about the hardships or, you know, this I almost have my finger sliced off. But, you know,
Yeah.
they don't need to know that.
Do you trademark any of your styles?
That's kind of hard to do with the type of designer that I am, because you really can't trademark a skirt or a look, because I mean a peplum look was from the 50s.
Yeah.
I think Kanye thinks he can.
Kanye thinks he's God. So, you know, I mean Kanye.
how soy.
It ain't Ralph though. How? It ain't Ralph though.
But I mean, hey, you know, he wants to patent rubber shoes.
Yeah.
It needs to be in a rubber room. So, sorry, Kanye. I'm just saying, I love you. But hey, crazy is crazy.
Man.
Hilarious.
You just have to. If there is a market to do it, being a black man, and I hate to say it like that, it will be hard for me to do that anyway. So my thing is, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've been honest with y'all all night, but I'm be honest. I'm more honest.
Yeah.
Honester.
Honester. I'm trying not to say that.
Right. I will make up a word in a second.
More honest.
Right.
I vowed in 2017 because I almost died.
Okay.
And I always said, Lord, just, let me take care of my family. My family is my mother and I. And my mother's getting older. She's still fabulous. She looks younger than me, but, she's getting older.
Right.
So we decided to be roommates, Lord Jesus. But, we have an efficient house. So, I'm upstairs, she's downstairs, but we still take care of each other in that aspect. So I vowed, I said, Lord, I don't have to be the multi-millionaire designer or this and that or whatever. I said, just let me be efficient to take care of my bills and let me take care of my life. If we want to go on vacation, we can,
That's
just take care of my car.
Honest,
that's me. That on my hospital bed, I don't say deathbed, my hospital bed, I said, Lord, that's all I want. And y'all, I do this, and this is the blessing of what I get to do. I do this full time. This is my full-time business.
That's dope.
This is not me working a 9 to 5 and then coming to do this, which I used to do that.
Right.
Did it for years.
And there's nothing wrong with doing that, starting out.
I did it. Hold on, I did it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I did it. There's nothing wrong with doing that.
At all.
I did that when I was singing, professional, whatever. I still had to get up and clock that clock. And listen, let me put this note in since you said
Talk
that.
to him.
If this economy just goes to more crap and people decide they don't want to buy no more clothes, I'm going to clock in somewhere else. Because guess what? I'm still qualified. I still get job offers every day in my email. So, hey, there's no shame in my game because, baby, the bills will always go on.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And they don't care what kind of fashion you got on.
Right.
They just want to get paid.
Right.
They just want to get paid.
So that's my whole thing is.
Rich do.
Right.
Don't play that falling down the stairs.
Right.
They don't wait.
Yeah.
They make you wait, but But I don't have any. I don't want to say it like that. Not saying I don't have high aspirations for myself, but I don't have any, set goals to say, oh, I got to do this or I got to do that. I just want to live life.
And be comfortable. Yeah.
Be
While
able to
enjoying what you're doing.
enjoy what I do. Take time to, just live. I'm living.
Yeah. And that's dope.
It gets frustrating sometimes because people, like I said, that statement that says, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That's a lie.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's a lie.
You're going to work harder.
Lie.
You're going to work harder.
But you work harder.
Right.
Because, listen, working at a 9 to 5 had its perks. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
9 to 5. So when I get up at 5, I ain't got to think about no work.
Yeah.
I can get vacation time, all of that stuff. When I have my own business, I got to work around the clock.
Absolutely.
Ain't no 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
It's 5:30 to 5:30.
Right.
Maybe sometimes 5:30 to the next morning.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, I love what I do.
Yeah.
And that's the passion that I put into it because that's what makes it work. So.
Absolutely. That's what's up, man. Having a super dope conversation with the good brother Nicholas Moore.
Thank you.
The Neek.
Yes,
Moore.
sir.
Man, we about to get into these segments, Lou.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Couple things. We're going to deep dive a little bit, get to know Mr. Moore just a little bit more.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
oh, Lord.
I see what you did there.
So,
Help us, Lord.
so we gonna go into these segments. The first segment is the top 5. Now they don't have to be in any order or anything like that.
Cover my eyes.
I would like to know, dead or alive? who are the top 5 artists you would like to make a piece for that you have not?
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
Well, the 2 that just passed away, Iris Oprel. She's a iconic fashion guru, interior designer. She was the Caucasian lady with the big glasses on.
Yeah.
She just passed. She was one of them. I actually got to meet her.
Okay.
Of course, Andre Leon Talley. Dead or alive? Oh, you said dead or alive. So, David Bowie. I would have loved to song for David Bowie.
Okay.
I actually made a piece that was actually giving him his flowers before he passed away.
Okay.
One of the I don't know if y'all know Desi here.
Desi 5. That's the homie.
The garment he wore in 2016. It was the multicolored.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
made that for him.
I was gonna ask you about that. Have you ever worked with Desi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love Desi. I love Desi's energy. He's so free.
Yeah.
And not because of everything else, but it's just him. Just talking to him.
Yeah.
He's so free. I love it. But anyway, that's the 3. You said 5, right?
Yeah.
Of course, my dad.
Okay.
I would have loved to make clothes for my dad. Of course, he would have had me no other choice.
Right. Right.
And then
Got one more.
I need a jacket.
No, I need a suit.
Yeah.
Chris Andrews again.
You know, but
I've made clothes for him, but I enjoyed making clothes for Chris.
but it got to be somebody that you haven't.
Okay, I got you.
So got to take that one back.
Okay, last person.
Little Richard, no.
That's a good one, but no.
Shut up. My mom actually met Little Richard.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Right
God.
when he became a Christian.
Okay. I saw his documentary not too long ago. It was pretty good.
Talking about the one with Leon? Or the actual
No, the
I
documentary.
thought you would have said
Documentary.
somebody like Kiara. No?
He said
No,
that's
I love Kira.
I know you love her.
he
That's
said
I
that's
love
too
her, but
easy.
no.
He said that's too easy.
No, because no. I would probably have said Whitney Houston.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good one.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And she has been all over the internet right now. But I would have loved to make a dress for Whitney Houston. I would have. Definitely.
Have you ever had to, and we got to move to the next segment, but I'm just curious. Have you ever had to make something? Because I think about people like Michael Jackson, right? A lot of the stuff that he wore on stage had to be functional for the show. It had to have,
Right.
It had to have like little stuff in it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like gadgets
Function.
or so. Like it had to be. Have you ever had to do a project like that?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I do stuff for performers a lot.
Okay.
And that's the thing of it is, it has to be able to perform.
Yeah.
Even when Girls for Prom, my Girls for Prom, they want these lavish types of, bedazzled things or whatever. It has to function in a way. So when you move, you don't look like a robot.
And you gonna want to dance,
Yeah,
and
you're gonna want
sweat
to move.
and all that.
You're gonna move
yeah.
it. You're gonna carelessly move around, and I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I paid all this money for this dress and I can't move it.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, for artists too, because that was always my thing. When I stopped singing professionally, I always said I want to do choirs and groups and their garments and stuff. And I had the opportunity to work with a lawyer at the time we had the Lawyerette.
Dope.
Oh, okay.
That's dope.
And I was so excited about that.
That's
like,
a friend to the room. He's been here before.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I had so much fun with that.
And lawyer is just as he's just as artistic.
Oh, very much.
So I'm pretty sure you had like a lot of fun being able to work with him.
I mean, and the thing is, Lori knows what he wants for one.
Yeah. Oh, he
And
let
so
that be known.
was
He let that be
everything from that
known.
standpoint. But when it came to the lawyrettes, the girls, he kind of like let us mold that for him, and it was a privilege. I mean, to see that whole stage with the garments that I made, it was like my collection sitting up there.
And just his fashion just alone, just his fashion sense. I went to high school. I went to high school with Lawyer.
With Lori?
Yeah. I graduated a year before he did.
Wow.
So he's been that adamant about what he wants.
Right.
He was a little bit more quiet back then. He wasn't. He wasn't Olivier yet. Yeah. he was just lawyer. He was just lawyer that was in the band playing trumpet.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Wow.
But shout out to the homie, man. Lawyer
The evolution of people is amazing.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's one of the things I love in like movies. You know, you see the girl, Devil Wears Prada, when she was looking all shabby, and she coming in
Pretty
with
Woman.
Yeah.
yes, all of that. Cinderella,
Yeah.
just in yellow.
She went from a hoe to a whore, and that's a Pretty Woman, and that
Move on.
was a great evolution.
On.
That was a great evolution.
But she became a wife at the end, though, right?
She did.
Yeah.
She
Look, don't let my aunt come on here
She
because
did- she
that's my aunt's
secured
favorite movie.
That's
she will
one
fight
of my
you.
mom's favorite movie.
She wouldn't let
Y'all
that.
did
She wouldn't
say
let
that.
you. She wouldn't let that
I
slide.
thought we could tell truth on this show.
Well, I mean, you told the truth.
Well, no,
They
no.
let you slide with
said
that.
she went from a hoe to a whore.
Yeah, it was
Oh, the
classy.
proper kind?
It was classy.
Sir,
It was classy.
move
At
on.
least they call girl.
Or something.
Went from a hoe to an escort.
A lady. Escort. Okay, that would have been
But
a.
see, escort
Well,
don't mean
well,
sex. Escort. Yeah, escort is proper.
because she became just
This is
his.
definitely gonna be on one
To a
of your
side
clips.
piece.
This is definitely gonna be on one of your clips.
She became proper for the
Right.
simple fact that she was dressed nice.
Yeah.
She was talking
He
nice.
cleaned her up.
He cleaned her
and
up.
everything.
He gave her everything.
Just a classy
The
side
suits
piece.
she
Oh,
wore.
they were beautiful.
A classy
The
side
suits
piece.
I love it.
she wore was nice. Like I like that movie.
Remember the suits with the shorts, the polka dot?
Yes.
That was so classy.
Now she did throw me off when they went to the Derby or whatever, and she had a
The hat.
yes. I was like,
But it's still iconic though.
it is.
Man,
is.
first of all, it's so many questions I want to ask
Go
you.
ahead.
Could we talk real quick before we move? Cause we got to move on real quick.
I'll answer it quickly.
Can I give him one this or that?
Well, you know that's my job, but go ahead.
And there's a reason I'm asking, and I'm gonna see if you're gonna. It's a bit of a trick question because of something that I found
Let
out.
me catch it then.
I'm sure I feel like you will though, because
Okay.
you. Right, this or that, Regine from Living Single, or The Nanny.
Oh, the nanny.
Oh, the nanny all day, every day.
No, hold on, though. Hold on. Because you do know the stylist that styled the nanny,
Styled
who
her.
also was stealing, well, supposedly.
I heard about
Allegedly.
that. I heard
the
about
I found
that.
the girl that actually does it, and like they did the comparison. Did you know Regine was wearing the same stuff the nanny was
Yes,
wearing?
yes. I read the.
I was like, what?
That's the
And
trick. That's the
in
trick
broad
question.
daylight, we was watching that, and I
Yeah.
was like, I feel bamboozled.
But if I had to say who did it better or who wore it better, I would have to say the nanny.
oh, Fran Dresser definitely.
Man,
wore it,
Fran was.
But I mean, Regine was killing it.
She
but,
was.
But let me tell you though, Regine, it's like Regine played it down though.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
She played those fits because those fits were fabulous fits. I mean, some of those fits were Christian Lacroix. Christian Lacroix is so expensive that it's not even sold in the United States anymore.
Yeah,
Their jackets are sold for thousands of dollars, more than some gowns. So the fact that it was a black stylist, Lord, I'm so sorry I cannot remember her name, that was styling Regine, and the lady, because supposedly they were out at the same time, around the same, I think, no. They were out first, then the nanny. And then that's when she was saying they would see pieces that Regine had on and the same. I said, oh, but they were both shopping at Loman's. So that's why they had those outfits from Loman's.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna find the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I read that too.
But you caught it. That's why I was going with that. I had read that somewhere. I'm like, but that's what's up.
Thank you. That was good though.
That's what's
That
up.
was good. That was good tea.
That is.
Hey, we do our research here on DFW.
I
Shed
appreciate it. 'Cause that's good. Okay.
All right. So moving on, we got this another part of the segment called "Playing in the Wrong Key." All right. So this is our version of these are pet peeves that we deal with in the industry. I'm sure you have thousands in the music, thousands in the fashion. Some pet peeves with clientele, whatever, running a business. It can be whatever. So if you could just pick one, what's playing in the wrong key for Nick Moore?
When you play with my time, I had a director that was doing a men's fashion week, women's fashion week here in Dallas.
Okay.
And I was debuting my menswear because it was men's fashion week. And we were getting, we had everything. I had all my pieces done. I had over, I think, 15, 16 pieces. And I had some fellow constituent menswear designers that I respected here in Dallas that were going to open up for me. But the director promised me a venue that I was really pleased with. It was an art gallery that I was like, okay, perfect. At the last hour, without my consent, and then he told my art director and not me that they had to change it to a restaurant. Where everything we were doing for that fashion was in Dallas, proper, in downtown. And then this was all the way in Plano.
Oh, wow.
I was devastated. For one, they told me literally the day of, out of key. So I couldn't back out.
Is it out of key?
Second, I didn't have my vehicle with me because my art director had my stuff. So I'm ready, to get that. So we're going to go to the art gallery. They said, well, the reason why they had to get another venue because a pipe busted and it flooded in the art gallery, which was a lie. Found out. So, of course, my fellow constituents of designers said they're never going to show their garments in a restaurant, which I didn't blame them because I didn't want to show mine in a restaurant.
Right.
But as they say, you roll with the punches. I just get tired of rolling with the punches because it seemed like that happens. And even musically, that kind of stuff was happening.
Because why am I the one always getting hit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do this for the art, the culture, the love.
Yeah.
And I had support, and people were supporting me. They were like, well, wherever you go, we're going to go. I had to Uber to this restaurant. Cost me $100 because I lived in uptown Dallas. So, of course, with traffic and then the surge rates, and they go up. $100. That I did not get back. So, that was out of pocket for me.
Do not play with his time.
I feel that.
And after that, he lost that whole situation with Fashion Week. So, I love him dearly, but don't play with me.
Oh, man. All these questions. All these in-between questions. I'm sorry. It's a dope conversation, man.
My bad.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. If you can answer this quickly, I'll answer it.
I'll answer quickly.
Is there, when you look at spots like New York, L.A., very high fashion scenes, is there something like that in Dallas? Is there a fashion scene like that in Dallas?
There is.
That's comparable to like a New York and L.A.?
There is exquisite fashion in that aspect. We actually have a Dallas Fashion Week here in Dallas.
We do.
We do?
And we actually have two.
Okay.
And they're very much interchangeably, exquisitely working. The second one that's relaunched is really doing really well.
Because when you hear about Fashion Week, again, I'm not a big fashion guy,
Right,
but it's like just hearing. When you're hearing about it, you always hear about like New York.
New York. I mean, and that's initial Fashion Week because, they have the proper backings. Mercedes backed them up for years, So they have the numbers, they have the money to push it, and they're pushing the I don't say real
marketing.
I actually played a fashion event last year with the company I play for.
Okay.
The guy that handles booking the musicians for a gig, he had like hit me up at the last minute. Hey, I'm gonna switch you out if you're down for it. Same pay. Oh, yeah. Playing with a full band. I just had to play piano for like 2 hours.
Come on.
And
man.
It was
Yep.
I was done by 7 o'clock on a Saturday.
Come on,
chilling. And it was a whole bunch of fashion stuff, man. People, it was pretty dope. So
that's what's up.
So that
okay, good.
Did that answer your question?
No, beautiful, beautiful answer. All right, last one, last one, man. We call this one Gig Tales. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. What's that one story situation that you can talk about?
Talk about it.
That happened. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of them.
you know what that laugh means.
Right.
Well, I had to do a. It was I won't say political, but it was around the voting time for a concert, and they were doing like black music, whatever. And my musician got stuck in an air duct at his church. So I had no musician.
Hold on.
Wait.
We got
You can't just come over there in the ceiling.
nah, he was just in the wall for no
Stuck in the air
reason.
duct, and
You can't just come
What
over.
was
there.
you?
I said, I'm getting out my car. My friend's with me, and because she's singing with me. We get out of my car. I'm, getting ready to walk into the place or whatever. And so he's called. Oh, he must think, we're not here. So I was like, hey, were you here? And he was like, man, he said, I've been trying to call you. I was like, for what? He's like, I'm stuck. I said, stuck where? I think he said, stuck in traffic. I never thought that I would hear air duct. You stuck in the air conditioning? What you doing in there? And so they were trying to do something. I guess they were trying to get something out or whatever.
Rough.
He could get out, but he was trying to, maneuver. He could talk because he had his phone. He said, I can get out, but I'm going to be late. He said, but I'm going to be like extremely late because I'm still stuck in here. I'm in here by myself. I was like,
oh man, that's rough.
how in the world did you get up there? And he was like, I mean, it's big enough, but it's just, I can't, he couldn't get out. He had to work the door or something, how to get it out or whatever. I said, man, I would be and died up there because I'm claustrophobic. I would have just died. But I'm like, okay, all right. He said, well, do you need me to call somebody? I said, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters? I'm trying to make life. So me and my friend, we just, we be laughing. My friend Nicole, shout out to Nicole Beason. We just be tripping. We just make it light of the situation. Like, well, who we gonna call? So that night, it was like, I know there wasn't nobody but God. I had, Lord Jesus, what's his name? Anyway, I had a musician. He stepped in and knew every song that I had to sing that night.
That's dope.
Oh, okay.
Not only did he know it, he enjoyed playing it. And I was so, I wanted to cry because I was like, I felt like everything was just going to crash. And I was just like, they got me singing these songs and I ain't got no musician. He was like, bro, I got you. I was like, I don't know if you got me or not. I'm in my feelings.
Your hands on me.
Trying to, you ain't got me. You don't know me. Shoot.
And
Want to say something else. But anyway. But
yeah,
he was like,
you got some of the musicians say they got you and you be like,
that's my point.
What key is that the right key?
Listen, and then this would have been a whole nother story to add to that. Wrong key.
Do we know why he was up there in the first place?
I still don't know why he was up there. And today is 2024, and that was back in 2014.
We need to ask him.
His birthday is coming up, so I'm gonna ask him.
Can you ask him?
I
and
am.
Let us know, cause
We need to know why were you
I'm
up
gonna just
there?
text y'all. I'll put y'all in a group text. Child, he was lying. He wasn't in no air duct.
That's wild.
Like, where was you at? Oh, I was at such and such. Why'd you lie to me?
right.
I mean, it's 2014.
I need to
fool.
find a good lie.
So okay, this is the only thing I can possibly somewhat think. But even you're not in the air duct though. But the only thing I can was
the fact that he's on it. I thought he was going to go to another question.
was it like a big? Because I need to know why this dude was in the air duct.
He don't know.
But no, the only
He said
thing
he was cleaning something out of it. He was getting something out of something was blocking the air because it was getting hot in their church.
okay.
Oh,
And it was something he had to get out of there, and he got it out, but he had got stuck up there.
Okay.
Stop! Don't laugh, cause I'm gonna laugh. That's what he said to me.
Right.
And he said, but when the door he could get the door open, but it was like he had to kind of maneuver.
it's something with the air. The air's not here. Let me see what's up here.
And now is the time to do that, right? Like
Now's
right
the
now.
time when you gotta be at the church. You supposed to be at the church 2 hours ago. Yeah, cause I'm walking in.
That's wild. All right, man. All right, so
And that
we got
performance actually is on YouTube.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to check that out,
You
man.
have to check that out.
I was singing Stevie Wonder. What is that song?
Ribbon.
No.
I was about to say ribbon.
Higher Ground?
Higher ground.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Higher ground. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Listen, we got the good brother Nicholas Moore has been a super dope conversation.
Thank you,
sure,
kind
for
sir.
Definitely glad that you took time out of your busy schedule. Last thing, well, second to last thing. We got
Oh,
two.
Lord.
We got two more things to do. Two more things to do. One, I want to tell you that we've definitely enjoyed this conversation.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of knowledge, a lot of insight, stuff like that. I think it's safe to say we can have him back.
Oh, most definitely.
I think we
This is-
definitely.
This is 3 episodes in one, so it's gonna be a fourth one when we get to when we do the next.
Absolutely, man.
Lord.
I want to say, well, we didn't bring you on just to interview you. We actually wanted to take time to give you your flowers. Now,
man, thank
we
you.
don't have real flowers to give you. It's not in the budget yet. Neither do we have the
We
fake
was able
ones.
to give you some water.
Yeah. Some water,
But
Tea?
a little bit of that pound cake over there. If Mel allows you to get it, because she's
some
like
tea.
that.
Ain't no more pound
I just got a little
Okay.
taint of that joint. That was
Taint.
just a taint.
but listen, man. My first time meeting you in person, but we've been friends on Facebook for a very long time, I believe. I've been watching you from afar, man, and you are a very talented person.
Thank you.
And sitting here talking to you and listening to you about some of the things that you've experienced, been through, what you do, how you feel about what you do, has made me respect you 10 times over. And
thank you so much.
I
really appreciate
definitely want to say I am a fan. I probably wouldn't wear it. But just I'm a fan of the arts, period, man. And
Of
I'm
course.
definitely a fan. I'm a fan of how your art. I'm a fan of how you carry yourself.
that. I appreciate that.
I tend to be one that get a lot of information, unasked for information across my desk. Never heard anything about bad about you.
Well,
Whatever.
I really appreciate that.
never heard
Thank
anything. Never heard anything about you being messy, anything like that. You keep good company around you.
Try.
Yeah, you try. So,
I don't know what they be doing.
you're
Right.
right. You keep good company around you, but man, just the level of talent, you definitely know that is God given. What you do is a ministry. You help people. You bring a side out of people that they probably either lost in themselves, that they probably forgot that was there, or whatever. Part of what you do for people and for the community is healing.
Thank you.
You know, and I just want to say I appreciate you for that. I would really love if you continue to do what you do, and I would really,
most definitely.
I would really love if you continue to do what you do on a higher level. And I'm definitely looking for what's to come from Neek Moore. All right, so y'all, may I make some noise for him one time?
Oh, thank you so much.
Some noise for him one time. Please don't stop.
Yep.
All right, man.
That.
So with that being said.
Now. There it is.
All right. So with that being said, we gonna end, and this is gonna be my last one. We gonna end it with this, man.
No, he didn't
You-
choir direct to me.
I do that every week
I know.
because the claps run long, man. I need you to. I'm like, all right, we get it.
I have to edit the length.
All right. You run across a 15-year-old version of yourself. You run across you at 15 years old. What advice do you have for 15-year-old Nicholas Moore?
That's a hard one. That's when I lost my dad,
Okay.
Wow.
and
I didn't know that, by the way.
I mean, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Smokey Robinson. It was a third of
Right.
But no, I mean, I would have told that person to just hold on.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still grieve the loss of my father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't heavily grieve. I don't mourn the fact that he's, you know, gone. I'm in peace, but I miss him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as any loved one you would, you know, lose, you miss them.
Mm-hmm.
So my 15-year-old self would say, you know, don't lose hope in your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think, because like I said, when my dad died, I just felt like, I don't want to say music died, but this was an era that the legends were just getting out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years before he passed, he died in '96. Matty Moss died in '94. Thomas Whitfield died in '93. These are people that he worked with.
Yeah.
And he epitomized. And they were, to me, epitomized
Yeah.
the gospel. So it's like, well, Jesus, who do I work with after this?
Yeah.
You know? And then it's just, I was always an adult in my head. I didn't become a young person until I was 18. Like, now I gotta grow up. Let me become a child.
Right.
So I would have told myself, do not hold, because I would hold things in so hard. I would hold things in where if my parents were going through a certain situation or whatever, I would hold that in like I was responsible. And I would tell my 15-year-old self that you don't got to do that. I would just say, be a child, be free, enjoy your childhood, even though I was torn apart with my dad, but like I said, I still had peace. I still had peace to understand that I have to move on. I have to live. So I would just say live.
I saw this super dope quote. They said it was Regina King said.
Yes,
it.
I know.
You saw it?
Yes.
Grief is what happens when love doesn't know where to go, or something
Yes.
like that. Your love doesn't know where to go. That's what grief. And I thought that was like super
It is.
deep and true. Now, you've given this sound advice to your 15-year-old self. What does 15-year-old Nick say back? What is his response back to you?
Am I going to gain more weight?
I feel
I
that.
mean, I was, my thing was, I wasn't present as a child. You know, I didn't think, well, let's go to the movies. You know, I went to the movie, like I said, but with singing, I went, because my brother and his friends, and then I got friends, let's go and go. But just going as just free, go, you know, hang out with the kids, buddies, or what, I didn't do that. Because I've always been a loner. I've always been a person to be alone. So, you know, that person, I really wish I could have gone back and redo that.
I got you.
Yeah.
I could have been the teenager I wanted to be. So, yeah, that would have been fun.
I got you.
You know?
Okay.
Lou, what you got?
Man.
For a pork chop.
There you have it, man. I'm finna get some more of this pound cake. I know that
Ain't no more pound cake.
Oh, you must be nibbling on the while we
Right. That's why she
That's
been.
my business.
That's my business.
That's why she been quiet.
I'm behind the camera. Not
Yeah, they can't see me. That's my business.
Yeah.
Well, man, listen. Again, Mr. Moore, super dope conversation. We definitely love to have you back. Thank you for taking time out of your sewing
you so much.
schedule to come kick it with us for a little bit, and we definitely want to have you back. We got Lucius
We'll be back
White.
for part 4.
Whoa, we got Lou Powell Beats in the
Yes,
building.
sir.
We got Professor Melville in the building.
Yep.
Myself, J Ell Groove. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Again, if y'all want to donate,
Zelle at DFW Shed Sessions at gmail.com.
turn to your neighbor and say that ain't much.
That ain't much.
You know, go ahead and drop something in there. But until we meet again, remember, it ain't gonna suck yourself.
I'm finna get out of here.
I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.